Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday sound stream for May 22nd, 2023. We are talking all kinds of fun stuff on today's stream. As a casual reminder, there will not be a stream next Monday because I'm going out of town for a week. But we'll be right back the week after. Did I put the 21st in the title? Did I forget what day it is?
Yeah, yes, it's 21st. We're in Sunday now, or we're in
We time traveled backwards.
that or in you was it who's behind in like? Cause I know in Japan,
All right, it should be caught up now.
Australia's. I know Japan,
Hawaii's the
Australia is
most
behind.
behind.
Yeah, I think we're in Hawaii time.
If anyone's bothered by the fact it says the 21st, just refresh the page. It should be good. I think this is actually the last stream for me this month here on the channel. Since I won't be doing one next week. But next week you guys will get 3 videos in comparison. So like instead of going completely silent, there will be 3 videos next week to make up for the lack of a stream. But we'll be back on streaming like the week after. So that'll be fun. I mean, it's not fun for me because I have to like prep a bunch of videos. I hate going out of town because I have to do a lot of prep work on videos. But once I'm done, it'll be fun. But we also have in our wonderful voice chat Darkclaw643, also known as the Ryan. And we have the Fighter Cows, the Jerry.
Yeah, I can actually talk about what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Unless I forget my own opinions, which can happen.
That's true. And then on top of that, it is the Cisco Day, which is celebrating Star Trek Deep Space Nine's Captain Sisko. So that's cool. I didn't even know about that until the chat mentioned it, and I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's awesome. So happy the Cisco Day. So on that point, welcome everybody to the chat. There's plenty of news topics on the channel, but first things first, let's go over last week's videos. Last week I did a new Sonic the Hedgehog review of Super Silver and Jet the Hawk, and I also did a review of the Superman 4K Blu-ray 5-film collection. That is a lot of bonus feature breakdown. I literally just broke it down disc by disc, what's included and what's not, because spoilers, if you haven't seen it, there's a ton missing. So there is that.
Speaking of Sonic, it's frustrating because I went to a Target near me and they had the tails of the Silver Jet Wave, but no Silver and Jet. I'll pick up the tails because I actually really didn't want the Miles Taylor electric accessory, so I didn't mind pick up tails again.
Yeah,
because I feel like for me, something like the Miles Taylor electric is more important to me than like say Chaos Emeralds for me personally. Because if I really want Chaos Emeralds, I can just like find like cheap like plastic jewels of
they're
the
not
emeralds.
There really are not hard to get Chaos Emeralds, like alternatives. But yeah, I've looked at the tails a few times, but then I'm like, do I want to spend the money? Do I want to buy something else? Last time I saw Tails, I found Indiana Jones toys, and I bought Marvel Legends Chamber because I was like, well, I already have them on pre-order, so I might as well just buy them now. But yeah, I know it's I talk a lot about distribution problems with Sonic in the video. So, go check it out if you haven't.
When I went to it looks like it was like very fresh because what I found was 1 Tails and like 4 classic Sonics on the peg.
Yeah, sounds about right. Also, just in case anybody's wondering how the toy industry is going, this medieval Spawn figure that I got is a $25 action figure with this unique, intricately sculpted figure with 2-hole weapons and a crazy long cape and a stand, and so is Chamber. These retail for the same price because licensing on
because
Marvel.
McFarlane's nuts. Because I want that I haven't read any of the medieval Spawn stuff, but I just want that figure because I love that design.
Yeah, someone described the Spawn comics as being just like a breeding ground for cool action figure designs, so that Todd can make them into toys. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but anyways, and I even got him for $20 because Target randomly discounted the pre-orders at one point. So
speaking of toys, because I finally finished building the real grade God Gundam, and this kit is like almost practically a perfect kit. It's so good.
Mhm.
Like, it's kind of crazy how much grade posted. Because I think for me, I have not built any Gundam real grades since the pre-unicorn stuff, aka the bad kits. So like building real Gundam and not feel like I'm gonna if I breathe hard enough, I won't snap in half.
Yeah.
Is like really great, and it's crazy how much articulation they managed to engineer in that kit.
Mhm.
Also, is God Gundam like supposed to be a small mech? Because man,
Yes.
he's tiny.
Yeah, it's not.
compared-
Yeah.
Yeah, the G
Yeah,
Gundam
'cause-
mechs are small.
Gundam. Mhm.
One reason is because they're fighter based, and then the second actual
Right.
reason is because this happened with F91 and Wing as well. Because the model kit size, because of the Japan bubble economy bursting, the model kits got shorter because they took less plastic. So the in-universe scales of mobile suits got shorter. That's why they like a bunch
Oh.
of them got smaller, was because they wanted to keep the same scale, but they had to shrink the kits. So that means the in-universe sizes
Huh.
also shrunk.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I knew about the in-universe UC explanation, but didn't know about the actual, financial reason why they did that.
Yeah. Like that's why like the Victory Gundam, you get a master grade Victory Gundam and it looks like a tall high grade.
Yep.
That's why, because the
Huh.
kits had to be shrunk. Same with
because
X, yeah.
because I was comparing to the high grade Ariel, and it's like she's so much taller compared to Gundam. It's like I was one of these, I was not surprised Gundam was
Mhm.
small, knowing the fact of G Gundam, like they're mostly on Earth. It's like not surprised it's small. It's like, well, damn, this is like small.
Yeah, and then there's some like Crossbone, because they didn't get kits initially. Crossbone had like
Now
they're
the
like
Devil
tiny.
Gundam was like the only one that was huge, right?
Yeah, and even Devil
And that-
Gundam's I think
and-
smaller than Psycho.
Still,
technically.
yeah.
Yeah. Spin Dash asked if we saw the ROM Space Knight omnibus news. Yeah, I saw
Yes.
that. I have a feeling it's more than just we're reprinting ROM comics. I feel like there's something happening. Maybe they're gonna make new ROM comics or something.
Like, cause I don't think they're gonna give like say Transformers to Marvel back. I just think I could see Ron coming back in
Mm,
the main Marvel comics, because unlike some other licensed comics, Rom was like fairly ingrained to Marvel's lore.
yeah.
So
Like
I could definitely
the
see
Space Knights even appear after ROM was off limits. Like they're in Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff.
Mhm.
So I might just order the omnibus when it goes up and see what price Amazon will give me by the time it releases. This is my game with comics, is I will pre-order the omnibuses on Amazon, and because it'll automatically adjust to the lowest price, and then sometimes they come down really far. Like my Spider-Man 2099 omnibus is showing up tomorrow, and I got it down from 150 to 90, just because I'd pre-ordered it
really?
at the first, like once it went up. And then at one point they dropped it down to 90, and then it's currently sitting at like 120. So that's definitely that's one of those things. Like I might just do that for the ROM omnibus, because that's ROM is cool.
Rom
is
was
really
like 50 issues, right?
cool. I don't remember. Can't remember off the top.
I
of my
know
head.
it was like a long. It lasted a very long time. Like even
I
after
hope-
the
I hope
toy
the deal-
discontinue.
I hope the deal also includes putting ROM on like Marvel Unlimited, because that'd be great. That'd be really cool.
I mean, they could definitely make a ROM Marvel Legend.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's the other thing I hope for. Is like, I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, I don't even care about implications beyond ROM. I just want all the ROM stuff to happen, because ROM is cool.
Mhm.
And it's going to be great having the ROM comics in some kind of circulation again. Even if it's going to be like an expensive omnibus, you can get those on sale. Omnibuses, it's doable to get omnibuses on sale.
Yeah, cause I mean, the Peter J. Tomasi Superman Rebirth run, like it's like on sale. Like I think it's just $70 on Amazon, like default. Even though like default price like 100, it's just default because it's always it says it's on sale, but that's just the default price on Amazon now, the $70.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is and the thing is, I find omnibuses are they're kind of hard to read, because you're like, here's your
They're so
1,200
thick.
page hardcover, but they're really affordable when you break down how much is inside of them. Like it's cheaper usually to buy the omnibus than to buy individual volumes. But then there's the benefit of individual volumes being like manageable.
And that's why it's kind of pissed me off when like certain series don't have omnibuses when they have like a big
Yeah.
run. Hello, Green Lanterns.
And the thing is, like, which is the run I want as an omnibus? I kind of want to get the omnibus editions for Mark Waid's Flash because I only have 3 volumes, but I'm waiting to see when they'll announce the second one because the first one covers the things I have. Anyways, let's talk about some news because I don't
me
want
with
to.
Jeremy. That's kind of me with Jeremy Adams Flash because like I want to get the trades of his run, but like I'm kind of hoping to make a omnibus, seeing how popular his run is.
Like either an omnibus or a deluxe edition.
Yeah, one of those two. Because like I will love to read more of Jeremy Adams' run, but it's more of like I'm just like seeing how popular.
Especially because
it
it's ending next month, so they can easily do it soon.
Because I feel like it will get one soon. Because the book was so popular, it became bi-weekly. No other DC book became bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Because even Batman or Superman are still monthly because of all the other spin-off books.
Like it became bi-weekly, and then it caught up to Wonder Woman because like Wonder Woman 800 and Flash 800 are the same.
The same day because
yeah,
they're pretty sure. Because they Wonder and Flash comes out the same week.
Ryland's Art Corner says, "Did you see the new Sonic Prime merch announcement?" I did. I didn't include it as a news topic because we got quite a few news topics.
Do you want to do a quick? Do you want to do a quick thoughts? Quick thoughts of them. Since,
the only reason I don't want to do a quick thoughts is because if I buy them and I review them, then that's also going to be the same thoughts. So.
Well, I guess
that's the trick.
So how do you feel about? I guess the quick thing is how do you feel about them being 5 inches and $15?
I hate the 5 inches because it bugs me. Like, I don't know why they do this, but I'm like, they're not going to fit well with the currently existing collection. Because the movie stuff and the video game stuff was in 4 inches, and then suddenly they're like, let's jump to 5 inches for Prime, which doesn't make any sense.
It's weird because it's one of the things where it's weird because with Mario, they made the movie stuff 5 inches, which makes sense because that's separate. Then but with Sonic they had the movie line be 4 inches. 4 inches, but it's the TV show line that's because weirder because Prime is a kind of supposed to be a not in the game can but sort of a adjacent game can where it kind of so it's even weirder that Prime is in the different scale. I'll say I'm super impressed because the back of the box for Tails 9, all his tails is posable. All his tails, they literally say They literally say 70 points of articulation on the back of the box of 9. And it's like that thing's like $15. So like how are they able to do that? Meanwhile, Hasbro can't do bendy arms or Doc Ock.
Yeah, I think in general, like it'll be interesting to see when those figures come out, and I want to review them for sure because I think we'll see how it works.
In terms of distribution, because I know that's the big thing with Sonic and Jax, is I feel like the distribution might be a little bit better since they're because
maybe being a different price point is going to help because then they'll be fresher, not sharing the price point with what exists already.
Because with the thing with the Mario and Sonic, the current Mario Sonic lines is essentially with the Mario movie when we saw because the Mario movie was a big push. They had like a bunch of it was a full push of new like vehicles and play sets and such. And that's where you can see those. You can find those pretty easily everywhere. Versus the regular Mario Sonic line, where they never do like a refresh. It's just more of here's more, and that's why it's kind of hard to find new stuff for both lines because it's not like a oh my god new product we must put on the shelves. That's what it's the reason why Transformers always Generations rebrands every year, so you can have that fresh shelf space. Where that's why I think Sonic Prime merch would probably be easy to find. So it's the big.
I will also say I need this pirate ship because it's amazing.
Yeah, I love the Dread Knuckles pirate ship.
That pirate ship is like one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. But yeah, I think we'll talk about them more when they come out, and I can like review them because I definitely want to review the Sonic Prime stuff, and I think we'll have a better handle on it once we have them in hand. That's why I didn't want to make it a whole news topic. The chat has started talking about Kamen Rider stuff that I'm not going to talk about since it's leaks. I tend to stick to the official stuff.
Or else Toei would kill.
I have had Toei come after me before using leaks and scans, so I don't want to even touch it. But If stuff comes official and I feel like there's something worth talking about, there will. Also, for the same line of thinking, Spider Kumanos' mecha for King Oger, I don't have that many deep thoughts on it, so that's why.
Can we talk about because I know there's scan set leak, but can we talk about the trademark leak? Was it?
I don't think we can talk about trademark leaks because I don't. The thing is,
That's
also
even
there's
worse.
nothing to talk about. I mean,
Dealing with video games and trademark leaks. Oh boy.
Yeah, because I know there's a trademark out there for the next Kamen Rider, but there is nothing to talk about because it's just a name.
Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of, I guess, sort of unrelated, but if you want to hear about fighting game stuff, especially with some recent announcement, check out tomorrow's stream on Kaus's. What's your Twitch thing again, Kaus?
Fighter Kaus, same name.
Fighter Kaus. If you want to hear lots of MK1, even though it's 12.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, we briefly, I think we talked about MK1 last week on our Friday stream. Last week Friday, we talked about that during the Street Fighter open beta stream.
How was that, by the way?
It was
the same as the closed beta.
Yeah.
A question: how much abominations did you saw in the lobby room?
Not that many, honestly.
We were in a private lobby, but I went back Sunday and I did see some weird ones. I saw basically Clayface.
Yeah.
That's the best part of Street Fighter 6 Online. Seeing all the abominations.
Because I definitely don't like playing the game. I don't like playing the game at all. I don't like...
You know what's funny? When I was playing it, I was fine. But then after that, despite when I went back Sunday, I have no desire to go back into it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I did for me because I only played a little bit because my PC was
it's fine, you know.
But it's like I played like Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4 very recently, and man, jumping from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 6, it's like I'm not sure like my PC was running slow, but it felt slower compared to Street Fighter. I love
what's your PC's specs?
It's like all right, it can run like Doom 2016 fine. I think it was more of
because 6 is a beast. Like
it's that RE engine. But it's like but like I love Street Fighter 4. That game felt so good. Like it's just that speed is so great. And playing 6, it like didn't match. Oh no, just it felt off. I can't describe it.
That's a lot of us said that, right? Soundout.
Yep.
During the beta, we're like, if something's off.
Something's off, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Exactly. That's how we all felt.
I will go say to follow up in the chat here. Common Jojo asks a wish list for Spider-Man 2 gameplay. I want something like Assassin's Creed Syndicate where you can just free switch between the Spider-Man.
Because they confirmed they debunked that rumor is gonna be co-op on Twitter. Actually, finding out today.
Yeah.
So that's a debunk. I think what it might. I imagine what it could be. Probably because it's probably gonna be similar to how they did it in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, where you just in the story you just swap between the two protagonists. But I imagine after you beat the game, you can freely switch. Or
because the way Syndicate worked is that you pause the game and you press a button and then you switch. It switches assassins for you.
I definitely imagine when it's like a free roam thing where you're not locked in terms of story. Like if there's a story between Miles and Peter can't be together. I imagine free roam you could just freely switch between the two.
Yeah, that was kind of like Syndicate. Like had certain story missions where you had to be a certain character to start them.
What was that Spider-Man game where you could play as different Spider-Man?
Shared Dimensions.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
I love that game. I love that game. That was the start of the Spider-Verse.
I venomously hate the voice direction on Spider-Man 2099 in that game, but it was a cool game.
You don't like Dan Gilkison's 80s cartoon voice?
I don't know who he was playing, but it wasn't Miguel O'Hara. Mech Pilot 77, I don't know when the next Discotek stream is, but it might. I don't know if they're going to do a stream over the summer because they usually go to conventions. So we might be getting announcements from conventions. Infinite 1985. I have not committed any war crimes in Tears of the Kingdom because I'm not playing it. Because legitimately, I did not like Breath of the Wild. And Tears of the Kingdom looks like more Breath of the Wild, and I don't have any interest in that.
I do say I do love all the crazy Like,
Oh, I love seeing
vehicles.
other people play it. I just don't want to play it
Yeah.
myself. You know, there's a
I
very
love
clear line here where it's like that's amazing, but I don't want to do that.
I love people who make just full on mecha in
Yeah.
that game.
I'm kind of like I'm the kind of gamer that will like dive into a really long RPG and do a bunch of stuff. But you ask me to like sit down and build stuff, and I'm just gonna fall apart like mentally. I can't handle it. Let's see. Two rest in peace announcements: Jim Brown and Ray Stevenson. Yeah, those came out of nowhere.
Oh, well, yeah, right.
But I was like,
I
damn,
heard about that.
that makes me sad. The PlayStation conference is Wednesday. Kaus, are you doing any live stream reaction for that?
We're gonna be doing it on the Geek Fighters.
Cool. Twitch.tv
Yeah.
/ The Geek Fighters. I won't be there because
This
I'll
is
be on a
gonna be
plane. So
Yeah, but for the Nintendo one, we're inviting you, and if you can't make
Wait,
it, Alex,
Nintendo. Wait, what? What Nintendo one? Was it?
I don't know. They haven't announced it yet, but
there'll be a Nintendo one sometime this summer, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that'll definitely be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll join you for the Nintendo one because I think after I'm out of town like for a week and then I don't go out of town for the rest of the year, so I'll be around. Spin Dash, I agree. I think Otakon will also be the next big Discotek announcement. So yeah, I think that's about it. We're caught up in the chat. We need to talk about the most important news. Boom. There's a Marvel Legends Magneto helmet.
It looks great.
I love
Is this
it.
their first X-Men 97?
This is the first X-Men 97 official merch, because they did the anime series stuff.
No, I think the first official announced merch was there's a Lego buildable Wolverine figure.
Actually, technically, the first official merch was Disney Store because they put out stuff with the X-Men 97 designs before they announced the show.
Oh, really?
Yep, I have a figure set that's all their X-Men 97 designs. And I know it's the 97 designs and not the 90s designs because Storm has her mohawk with her white suit instead of the long hair. So, also, the models for the Magneto helmet are just great.
I love how serious they are. They're channeling that Michael Fassbender energy.
They totally are. I love it. I want to see this energy out of every model they get for Marvel stuff. They're selling it. The other thing that's kind of funny about it is it uses the Power Rangers Lightning Collection helmet stand with a remold to add the Magneto logo.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Might make a new one.
I'm just glad it has a stand. This is the first Marvel helmet with a stand.
I think what I'm like cool about it is the first X-Men merch is Magneto and not like classical Wolverine or like even so because I can see them making like a Cyclops like visor.
A lot of people were saying Cyclops visor when this was announced, and I agree. I'd buy a Cyclops.
You know what? I always every time I see X-Men roleplay weapons, all I can remember is you remember the X Origins Wolverine claws that were like a danger to people, but they were like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, Dan Yoon on Twitter said, "What comic-based roleplay item would you guys like to see?" But no, not Wolverine claws. We can't make those.
Yeah, I think they can't make because for those like roleplay toys things, they they made those like tips just balls, and that's too like able to damage people and like
And the other thing to add to this is yes, it's comic based, but it's also cartoon based because the cartoon's just directly based on the comics. And then there was a classic Captain America shield that wasn't based on the MCU that does count as a comic item.
I mean, there's stuff you can fish like Mjolnir.
They should do a Cerebro helmet as well. That'd be cool.
But there's stuff like the roleplay stuff you could probably definitely fudge into comics.
I mean, technically the Star-Lord helmet because editorial mandated the Star-Lord helmet be the same as the MCU one from like 2014 to 2022. So
yeah, I mean, Mjolnir, like it has. I know there's some difference between the movie and comic, but you could fudge it. Same with Iron Man.
Wasn't the Punisher War Machine helmet video game based? Yeah.
Yes, because I think it's based off like some of the mobile games.
I think it was based on Contest of Champions. It's weird how they have to label things. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Let's see.
We're trying to think what other comics.
Infinite says that JDF is buried down the road from their house.
Huh.
That's wild.
Okay. Is there? No, you're just scrolling. Okay, I got.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
just
that's this
scrolling.
season.
I'm scrolling to catch up on the chat so I can figure
I'm
out.
trying
where
to
we're at.
think what other comic-based stuff they can do.
Yeah, SSJ4
Well-
Jason says Bandai is teasing another CSM with Shattered Glass background. It's totally the drag visor's why, so they can put out the Ode Survive repaint and probably reissue the V buckle. Will that get me to buy a V buckle? Probably not, because I don't have that much money for it. But you never know.
Wait, you have the Dragon Knight belt.
I do, but I mean like the CSM V buckle. Even though I want it. It's probably
You
gonna
know,
be like
I thought of
$400.
another roleplay item, even though y'all talking about Godzilla now. Somebody asked
Ye-
us if the helmet protects user from telepaths. They're like, wait, what about the Juggernaut helmet too?
Yeah,
that one-
Because that also protects from psychic.
I mean,
want the
technically, if the Juggernaut helmet is probably just like a Captain America's shield that's a little bit more concave.
Yeah, I just want the Juggernaut helmet just to be a bowl, a giant
It's just a
bowl.
giant bowl. That would be fun. It has to have. They probably put like a head rig inside, like the Star Wars helmets have.
I can't
That'd be
wait
fun.
for the Marvel Legend roleplay item of Charles's wheelchair.
Yeah. Someone said that, and my first thought, and this is horrible. My first thought was, "Ooh, Haslab."
No, and then the stretch goal is
Yep.
the 90s floating one is one of the stretch goals.
Oh, just a J4 Jason said Jubilee shades. Yeah, we could Jubilee shades, Storm wig, Jean Grey helmet,
Gambit's wherever he has on his head.
Gambit's head sock,
Yeah, basically.
Beast lab coat. Who else is from the cartoon?
Angel wings.
Archangel wings, so it'll be less horrifying. Rogue gloves.
Rogue gloves. Yeah.
Rogue gloves.
gloves.
Who else?
You know
is
what I want?
over there?
You know what I want?
Oh, and Morph's corpse.
You know what I want? I kind of
Oh
want.
man, I almost choked on that one.
You know what I want personally. It's not from in terms of X-Men. I kind of want like Kurt's like hologram watch for Evolution.
Oh,
I think it
it's
was
image inducer. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was just a normal watch, but like I always loved that thing.
we might as well get Spider-Man 2099's watch that has Lila in it. That'd be cool.
Oh, I mean, like that's.
Oh, Common JoJo's reminding me of Anime Storm. Oh, we can't have that on stream.
Yeah. Oh god, man! Not to get into current comic controversy, but I just want to say I seen so many stupid tweets I've got like, "Oh my god, Marvel! Like, you see, this is what Disney just sell Marvel to Japan, even though all those Marvel animes were produced by Disney."
The Marvel anime, well, Future Avengers was Disney, but the X-Men animes, those were actually produced by Sony.
But still, like they own them. Like,
No, I think Sony still owns them. But conversely, people are dumb thinking that Disney's ever going to sell Marvel.
just because of one controversy.
It's never going to... if Disney sold Marvel at every controversy, it would have been sold like 10, 12 years ago.
I think my favorite part of that stupidness is they said just Japan, not a specific anime studio, just the country.
Just Japan. I do want Marvel anime to return because that was such a fun time. Even though, like, not all of them are good. It was just fun to see those characters and those styles.
I personally, for me, I want something like Discords again. Look, it's a whole deal. Like we talk about Star Wars Vision. I just want this bonkers anime version of Marvel instead of just like Future Avenger, where it's just a Marvel, just an anime studio just making a Marvel series. It's like
because like I like a lot of the designs in Future Avengers, especially oh my god, anime Carol Danvers. But
you can
like
literally
most. It's just a Disney XD show with
you can
higher anime budget.
You can literally call Future Avengers Assemble Season 7.
Yeah,
like it's literally just there's no difference. It's just now it's just not by Japanese studio.
I definitely liked when Iron Man, Wolverine, X-Men, and Blade all gave them plots that made them go to Japan because I thought that was a cool way to do it. And I thought that was neat.
The Iron Man anime was like really popular because that kind of spun its own like.
It got its own sequel movie,
and then there was that Black Widow Punisher movie that was
weird. I never actually watched it. I think
it was. I remember seeing it. It was weird, but like it kind of tied into that old anime verse.
Yeah,
I like the Sundari Wolverine anime though. That was fun.
Yeah.
I
And I like that he had a
this.
completely different design in X-Men because I feel like that is such a great adaptation of Wolverine solo books versus Wolverine in
Oh
X-Men
yeah, that's
books.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. In his own series, he was like Bishonen,
Yeah,
and in the X-Men one, he's like gruff and like how he is in the comics.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was a feral man in the X-Men
Yeah.
anime.
yeah. No, exactly. Yeah,
And
that
then
I
in
thought
his
was the
own anime,
funniest
he's like
part.
lean and
I,
Bishonen. Like what?
I personally really want something like Discord again because Discord was just let's just make Marvel into a
Yeah,
Mon series. That's why it
exactly.
was. That's what I like about it. It's just like we're just gonna take like what if we make a Marvel series by it's Digimon or Pokemon and there you go.
Jambalaya23 says, "Can we bring back Marvel animated movies? Love Planet Hulk. Yeah, we should. We haven't had one
I
since
miss
Hulk
those.
Monsters Dwell.
Yo, Planet Hulk was one of my
Mo-
favorites.
Hulk
Hulk
Monster was so
versus.
Hulk
those are
versus-
great.
Yeah, fun. Yeah, both of them.
Hulk's Monster was so weird because I keep forgetting that's an animated movie and not just the series finale of Hulk Agent of Smash.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
also
like
think it's kind of funny what's in the Marvel animes because a lot of like the current day modern voice actors for a lot of characters came from the X-Men animes. 'Cause I know, speaking of Storm, like
Yeah.
Daniel and Nicole actually became the main Storm actors for a bit
Yep.
because of the anime. I actually do like
Hellfire's trying to bring up bad memories of Next Avengers. If you want to point to where the Marvel animated movies died, it was Next Avengers.
I like
have that on DVD.
I like the concept of Next Avengers. I just think either
Good idea, yeah. But
it was a good idea, but I don't think the
execution. Not so much.
execution was great because it's kind of weird because I feel like they did that story, that kind of concept again. It'll be very different now.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah.
Because what was it? We got the son of Cap and Widow.
Psychos. When are we getting into the news? After this brief Marvel discussion.
Yeah, but it was like son of Cap and Widow, daughter of Thor and Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Hank and Janet. Son. Yeah, it was. I did love Ultron. I did love Ultron.
It's sort of what like the young Avengers in the MCU have become. Everybody's kids.
Actually, remember. Do you remember how they beat Ultron in that movie?
How did he do?
Hulk just ripped Ultron in half, and then Thor's daughter threw him into space.
Yeah.
I did love Ultron in the movie because I think that was the first time Tom Kane played Ultron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like basically it was to parallel like DC's direct-to-video movies. We got the 2 Ultimate Avengers movies, which were fine. The Iron Man movie that was okay. The Doctor Strange movie that was okay. Next Avengers, which was kind of rough. Planet Hulk was great, and then Hulk versus was great, and then Thor: Tales of Asgard I think was good. I'm trying to remember. Is that any good?
It was alright for my memory watching.
At least Hulk versus and Thor: Tales of Asgard are in the same universe as Wolverine, the X-Men, and Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so that's cool.
Was it what dub it the Yosverse is the official?
Yeah, the Yosverse. No, it's funny because Hulk versus Wolverine literally has a sequel. Like
and Wolverine the X-Men.
And Wolverine the X-Men, which was written before they did Hulk versus Wolverine. So it's just like circle. I think
was Hulk versus the last major?
As Thor's Tales of Asgard was the last one.
And then after that was those 2.
After that was the Disney buyout, and so
because after Disney buyout there was those 2 CG Heroes United films, which is practically just as Avengers simple episodes.
Yep.
And then there was the Marvel superheroes Frost Adventure, which is so weird because that's
Frostfight,
Is that so? That's an episode. That's practically a symbol episode, but it has the preschool label. It had Reptile in it. Reptile. It was so weird. But
very strange. Yeah, and then after that we got
Marvel Rising,
Hulk where Monsters Dwell, and then the Marvel Rising stuff, and that's it.
I kind of wish they did more of those. I actually did like a lot of those Marvel Rising.
Yeah.
Well, like
they just randomly stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're trying to spot because I think the problem was those were meant to be
toy promotions.
Yeah, they were meant to be
kind of like how
Marvel's...
Forces of Destiny was not a bad Star Wars show, but then once the toy line died, they stopped too.
It was just because Marvel Rising was practically supposed to be Marvel's girl centric thing, even though it wasn't really. It was just like.
And now we got Moon Girl, which is way better than everything they put out.
Please watch Moon. Please watch Moon Girl. That was nice. That show's so good.
Yep.
It has the best
World War Hulk. This is the last Marvel thing before I'm pushing this forward. World War Hulk is a great comic because of its tie-ins, because World War Hulk just like impacted everybody. But I think as a standalone story, it doesn't work as an adaptation because you don't, unless you're throwing it into an existing universe. Like World War Hulk would be great in the MCU, but like it just doesn't work unless you have a pre-established universe. In the way that like Planet Hulk could work as a standalone.
World War Hulk, I think would work with the MCU if they didn't skip Bruce and Hulk's character development.
Yeah, but I think also World War Hulk could be readapted to be like, this is Red Hulk as rampaging instead of Bruce Banner.
That could work. Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get on
to the Anno, because I could talk about Marvel for the whole rest of the day, and then we'd never talk about. So, if you guys saw Shin Godzilla and Shin Eva whatever, I don't follow that franchise.
It's so funny.
Shin Ultraman and Shin Kamen Rider, now you can get them as a combinable mech robot.
That looks horrible, but I kind of love it.
I love how horrible it looks. This is the Shin Japan Heroes Universe combining mech. You guys probably saw this because
it
blew up online. There is a promo video out there, which you have to seek out.
The most beautiful thing ever.
It is beautiful. The fact they built a practical suit for it is insane. I'm totally not buying this toy because I don't think it looks good at all. And it looks like you're going to knock it over if you breathe too hard in one direction. But I really, really, really love the promo video they made just for the insanity of this.
This is the thing. So first off, it's the closest we ever getting to Anno doing Shin Sentai.
Yep. This is a Shin Sentai as far as I'm concerned.
It's okay. So I understand why Eva's here, cause just Anno, but like it's so weird because the rest are actual Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen, Shin Ultraman, and then Ava's here just because Anno's name is attached to it.
Also, so it was released as Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time was the English title, but in Japan it was called Shin Evangelion Gekijoban.
Okay, so
that's where the Eva connection comes in. 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time is actually Shin Evangelion in Japan. So
alright, so at least that makes more sense now.
Yep.
It's one of those things where I don't think many people pick up because that price is nightmare.
Oh, it is. For those wondering, it's a premium Bandai exclusive, shipping in January for 23,100 yen.
It's one of those things where it's like I love how stupid it is, but it's one of those things where because I think they knew design is this. It has to be this, like, because you're literally making a Godzilla and a man and a robot.
This is technically Shin Godzilla's fifth form as well.
Yeah, that too. But it's not. It was never gonna be good.
Yeah.
But it's like I think asking that price for of a design that I think unanimously is supposed to be stupid is kind of ridiculous. But I do love that trailer. It's like the most beautiful thing ever.
And I know I saw a lot of people going, "Why is it that much? It doesn't even look that good." Guys, do you realize that they're paying licensing fees to 4 franchises?
Subaraya, Toho, I don't think Gainax owns Eva anymore, so I don't think that's them.
Subaraya, Toho, Toei, and
whoever owns Eva now. It's not Gainax since they're dead.
It's funny because you have to pay all 4 of them plus the only reason this happened was because Bandai has the toy rights to all 4 franchises.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Smith the Crow is right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Compatikizer. Yeah. That is. This happened before. It was called Compatikizer.
Here's the thing. This is totally not new technically because Kihara is the Eva owners. Because this is totally the same line there was the King Mickey Robo that came out years ago.
Which they just re-released for the Disney 100.
Then there's the Doraemon. I don't know if it's specifically Doraemon or just the company that owns Doraemon, but that mech. And then there was a Tatsunoko mech that was mostly Yatterman based. So this is like the next entry under that.
It's like the Dream Mecha line, I think, or something like that.
Something like that.
The Dream Super Robot.
It's one of these where those 3 work because I still think the best one is the Choking Mickey because I feel like they actually wanted to make an actual good robot design with that one. But the other ones, they were actual robot characters, and so they can actually make. Those Toy Story ones also.
Yep.
Those are also part of the design.
Smith the Crow mentioned the Tatsunoko mech was called the Time Boken Robo.
Yeah, Taiboken.
I
Yeah,
love
Toys-
Ultraman not skipping
Giant-
leg day and just
Giant
missing arm day.
abs.
Yeah.
But like, those ones work. But here, you're taking a lizard man, a man, a robot man, or tell you, woman, and a dude on a bike.
Yep.
It's gonna look horrible, no matter what. Though I do love the Specium Ray.
Yeah,
Gosho
the Mickey and
blade.
Toy Story mechs are under the Chogokin brand, which this isn't. This doesn't even have diecast in it for your price. It's
under that same.
It's the same design philosophy. Let's just take a bunch of things you like and cram them into a robot. Do you want it? And then most times it's like, yes.
No, honestly, it does. The trailer did look the most horrifying because again, it's literally taking like Ultraman and Ava 1, just horrifyingly swinging them half and making them arms and legs.
I like how Ultraman and Ava are just turned to the side, going,
It's like,
"What did you do to us?" Also, for anyone confused, Godzilla is the team leader because in the combination thing, it shows Godzilla roaring and then everybody readying up and going, "Yeah, let's combine."
My favorite part. My favorite part. People joke like going like Ichigo's like I'm helping because he's tiny.
Yep.
Because he's just a He's just a headmaster.
I help.
Any final like crazy thoughts before we move on to Gundam Blu-rays?
I do love the finisher. It's literally like just atomic blasting Ichigo out the mouth of the finisher, which means poor Ichigo has radiation poisoning now. Probably.
Jamie's World. It is 23,100 yen. And I don't expect to see it in a film or anything like that because, again, the licensing.
I would love if this thing's in Super Robot Wars one day. Any of those games.
Instead of Compatikizer, yeah.
Mm.
Which I can't believe I forgot about him when my friggin' profile on Discord is Fighter Roar, the pilot of the dang thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
That's funny.
Let's talk about Gundam Blu-rays because for a recap...
Yeah, these got dropped on us.
Yeah, Nozomi at Anime Expo last year. That was the one in July last year, right? Anime Expo?
Yes.
Yeah, the one Ultraman was at. Yeah. Nozomi had a panel in Anime Expo. They're like, oh, we're putting out Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise. And I was like, I know. You already put up for pre-order. Oh, we're putting out Seed Destiny. I know. I already put up for pre-order. And they're like, we're putting out Gundam-san and SD Gundam Brave Battle Warriors. And I'm just like, cool. And then it's been nothing since last July. And I was like, and then Crunchyroll bought Right Stuff in that time. Anyways, here's Gundam-san. So out of nowhere, August 15th, this is going to be a common date today. August 15th, we are getting Gundam-san on Blu-ray. It's going to be $20, which is not bad at all. This was a 4-panel comedy manga turned into an anime. If you've never seen it, you can watch it all in one go, and it's insane.
If you ever want to see Amuro inside a Haro mask suit with a buff-ass arm, there you go.
Well, that's the thing. Haro Man, the true secrets revealed behind many things, the eternal rivalry between Char and Char Chick, who is a bird that looks like Char, who also has a matching, you can see him on the cover here, matching Sayla to go with them. And, yeah, this is totally insane. Now, the crazy part is the description mentions that it is Mobile Suit Gundam-san Blu-ray containing episodes 1 through 19 of the anime, but I only know of 13 episodes. So, yeah, I don't know why it's listing.
It might be a listing error because
I think it's a listing error, but they list it errored wrong in 3 different places. So, I don't know. Maybe they suddenly discovered 6 episodes that the internet doesn't know about. I don't know. We'll find out. In August.
Maybe they're putting those like banned SD Gundam episodes in this this set.
They're like they're episodes of Gundam-san. Wink, wink. That'd be funny. So that's the first one. Let's see. First of all, Jamie's World. You gotta find Dogenja subs on your own because I can't talk about it officially, and I don't know if there is Dogenja toys, but I think they made vinyls.
No, I think vinyls only.
I think it's just vinyls. Spin Dash, SD Gundam Force. Yeah, I'll tell you about why I think that's coming in a minute. Common Jojo asks, why are Gundam Blu-rays expensive compared to Ultraman Blu-rays are cheap? Ultraman Blu-rays are put out by Mill Creek. Mill Creek prints a ton of it, and they can sell it Walmart, Target, Best Buy. Like they have a distribution deals everywhere. The Gundam Blu-rays are usually done by Nozomi, who is owned by Right Stuff, which is now owned by Crunchyroll. And they pretty much only sell online, so the price is higher because they're lower print runs. And then also the Gundam license bumps the price up a little bit. This is like 53 minutes worth of content for $20, which isn't bad. But they are partnered with Sunrise directly. So that definitely adds to the overall thing. But it's still way cheaper than any of the Japanese releases. So there's that. I need to check on one thing, but discuss Gundam-san.
And also just the whole anime price.
Yeah, anime prices in general are high. But on the flip side, unlike Mill Creek, Ultraman, where they're constantly like reusing subs that are still existing, the Nozomi sub work is usually a lot higher quality. And Gundam-san is Japanese with English subtitles.
No new dub for this one.
No new dub for this one. Yeah, the Japanese Blu-ray cost 4,800 yen for this back in 2016. So there's that. But that is the first release in August. The second one hit me in the face like a wet fish, and I almost cried because the worst Gundam anime to ever exist, Mobile Suit Gundam Twilight Access Remain of the Red, is getting a Blu-ray. And I made the joke, I think in my Seed Destiny video, I was like, you know, I hate Twilight Access, but if they made a disc of it, I'd buy it.
Well, will you?
I already have it on order. It's also $20. I think this is showing that they're not willing to go lower than $20 for a Gundam Blu-ray, because this is only a half hour. Like, Twilight Access ain't long.
It's actually a movie, practically?
It's not even a movie. It's 27 minutes.
Oh, so that's like an OVA.
Yeah, it was released in 6 chunks originally, and this is the combined version. This aired in partnership with Thunderbolt Bandit Flower as like a film event. And first of all, we never had an official English title. The internet called it Red Trace for the longest time. Officially now is called Remain of the Red. I do not recommend this, but if you're trying to complete a Gundam Blu-ray collection, it's there.
It's because it's part of UC, isn't it? Right?
It is a Universal Century thing. It is also the worst Universal Century thing. The only way to really understand Twilight Access is to read the tie-in light novels, which don't have an official English translation.
Did Twilight Access get a dub or no?
No dub, because it's never been released before now. It is Japanese and English subtitles only, and the original Japanese Blu-ray cost 3,800 yen, so it's still half the price. All right. Then, here we go. It's time to end this. Gunpla Builders Beginning G. I was wondering when the heck we were going to get this, because I really, really wanted it. This is yet another, this is only 41 minutes long. It's a 3-episode OVA.
It's pretty much we call it a pitch pilot for the Build series.
Yes, this is a pitch pilot for Build Fighters, essentially. It's got a lot of the same tropes. The beginning Gundam that you see there on the cover was used in Build Fighters later. Yeah, none of these have dubs because these never exist. These are the first time these are ever released in English officially. Also, and for $20, you really can't go wrong. I think this is honestly
talk about really overdue, huh?
Oh, definitely.
Beginning G, I thought would have come out decades ago.
Yeah, I thought they would have done it when they.
I did because it's sort of the lost child.
The lost child, yeah. I will say, I do think, I thought maybe at the time when they hadn't done the Build Fighters TV specials that maybe they'd throw that in.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't, and I was like, oh, I guess we're not getting it. And then lo and behold, look at us now. We're getting it.
It essentially shows it's such a lost track because it's not even being counted under the Build 10-year stuff and the Metaverse stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is not officially a Build series, but it is kind of there.
It has the horrifying bear guy design that haunts my nightmares.
Yeah. So this was another 4,800 yen release in Japan. So we're still getting a discount on it. Now, rolling back around, if you are trying to get all three, Right Stuff has a bundle for $54.99, so you're saving $5.
Nah, that's not bad, honestly.
I did the bundle, obviously, because I'm getting all of these. So if you want to get Twilight Access to complete your collection, this is the better route, because then it's only going to cost you $15 instead of $20.
Let's pretend it's like the bonus thing you're getting for free.
Exactly how I'm taking it, because it's painful. So if you guys are wondering what's missing, we have. I'll just run through the list real quick. We've got Gundam the Origin, we have Igloo, we have Original Gundam the movies. We're missing Kukuru's Doan's Island, but as a recent film, it just got added to Crunchyroll like a month ago. Like I didn't even know it did.
Does that both language?
It has both sub and dub. It just got added to Crunchyroll on the 27th of April. I found that out while researching. I didn't even realize it had come out there. That like, went under the radar.
Crunchyroll sucks it because
they're not good at marketing. Anyways, we have 8th MS Team. We have War in the Pocket. We have both Thunderbolt movies. I doubt we'll ever see the TV show versions because they're kind of redundant. We have Stardust Memory.
Any difference? Is there like any big difference?
The TV versions are shorter and don't have all the footage in them.
So then, yeah, what's the point?
We got Zeta. We got the Zeta movies. We don't have the Gundam Neo Experience Green Divers, but that's finally not lost media because they put it as a feature on the UC Engage mobile games. So somebody's uploaded that on
YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah. So that's out there. We got Double Zeta. We got Char's Counterattack. We got Unicorn. We now have Twilight Axis. We already have Narrative. We don't have Hathaway, but we might be getting that, after Netflix is kind of like done with it.
Because I know, I think there was a report Netflix getting rid of a lot of their anime. Because I know Godzilla is taking away points.
Yeah.
It's being removed for some reason.
Yeah, Netflix is only licensing anime. They don't really own them. So with Hathaway, I think at some point Nozomi will be open up to do it. Hellfire asked, do you know why the original movie trilogy doesn't have a dub? Yes, because it originally had a dub that was produced by Blue Water. No, it wasn't Blue Water. I think it was like an LA group. There was a dub produced. Who was it? Do you remember? I did the research on this. I can't remember.
I'm on behind the voice actors right
Steve
now,
Blum was Char. Okay, it was weird. But they had a dub and they released that on VHS. But then because they went and dubbed, Sunrise wasn't really involved with that dub. It was kind of an early licensing thing, so they don't acknowledge it.
Zero Limited Productions or ZRO Limited Productions.
So the thing is there is a dub, but Sunrise doesn't want to release that dub again. Kind of like how we don't get the Double Zeta dub because they don't want to release it. That was where British Bright came from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so F91 we have that. Victory we got that. G Gundam we got that. Wing taken care of. X got it all. Turn A's covered. G Savior, I don't know.
that's on home media. So like even
G Savior did have a DVD, but through Bandai.
But it's way back in the day.
Will it get one through Nozomi? I don't know, because I don't know how Sunrise feels about G Savior.
Well, didn't one of the build streets include G Savior in it? It's a quick
but that doesn't necessarily mean they want to release it. So I don't know what's going on. The thing is, G Savior now has a bigger chance because we got things like Gundam-san and Twilight Axis, which I thought we'd never get. So
what happened to that legendary Gundam film?
It's still being worked on, I guess. I imagine COVID just delayed it. Anyways, we got Evolve, but only on a DVD, even though we could get a Blu-ray. Seed covered. The Seed of Stray shorts we couldn't get for some reason, but I don't expect to see those released at all.
Weren't those book tie-ins? I know.
Yes, those were book tie-ins, and they might have had publisher connections.
Yeah, because every other anime that has a OVA that was released on a book, a lot of Sentai or Funny couldn't get those because book publisher stuff. I'm not surprised.
But we got all of Destiny. We got Stargazer. We got 00. We've got Age. We've got G-Reco, but we're still missing the G-Reco movies. But since those just finished in Japan and the final Blu-ray isn't even out yet, I'd expect another year or two before they put out a 5-film pack.
Yeah, so you think they're gonna do just a bundle of everything?
They probably will, just like they did Origin. Origin was just all thrown together into 2 sets for the Chronicle of Char and Sayla, and then the Loom arc. They were 2 sets. So I think they're just gonna throw all the G-Reco movies together. We got IBO. Witch from Mercury's probably coming once it's all done. We've got Beginning G now. We got Build Fighters. We got Try. We got the Battle Log. We got the TV specials, we got Build Divers, we got Re-Rise. We don't have Build Reel or Gundam Breaker Batlog. They could bundle those together with Gundam Build Metaverse.
They're still new.
They're still new. And they could put Build Reel, Batlog, and Gundam Build Metaverse together in a set. that kind of thing.
Bill Reel might be his own server because we'd have a live action thing with the anime things.
It's the same thing with G Savior too. It's like Nozomi hasn't done any live action titles before, so I don't know if that's.
And also, I forget, did Bill Reel get official subs or no?
Yes, it did finally.
Okay, because I know when it first came out, there was no English.
Yeah, there was no subs, and then later on they put it out. So now with SD Gundam, they already announced Brave Battle Warriors, which says to me they probably are also getting SD Gundam Force, which is the most known one, and then the original SD Gundam theatrical shorts, because those are also there. And then, of course, we got Gundam-san, and then there's a bunch of one-off shorts we'll probably never see because they're tied to events. But at this point, I would say because they did Twilight Access, we're probably getting all the SD stuff. Because those got a Blu-ray box in Japan, we're probably seeing all that ported over here. They just need some subtitle work done.
You think we'll get those Lost Band SD Gundam shorts in?
No, we won't. We won't get the banned ones like the Wacky Races episode because they couldn't even put those on the Blu-ray.
Those are just forever banned now.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where we're down to really like the weeds of things for Gundam. It's all recent stuff, and then catalog stuff is just SD stuff and G Savior, which is just so weird for us to be in that point. It's kind of insane. But if anyone's thinking, are we going to get SD Gundam Force? I think we are. The question is it going to be dub only, or are we actually going to get the sub version this time?
I think we'll get both, but the thing is, I forget, is season 2, because wasn't season 2's dub was canceled, but it got released.
Yeah, no, yeah, season 2's dub did get released as a single DVD box set.
Yeah, so
it is completely dubbed. The thing is that it was produced dubbed first and then dubbed into Japanese. But I think we could see both of it. It would just take Nozomi subtitling that Japanese version.
Since it got dubbed first, there was any edit change, right?
No, they're exactly the same except for the openings and endings, but that's easy to change.
Okay, because
I have a couple volumes of the original SD Gundam Force DVDs, and they have like the eye catches and everything. So
SD Gundam Force is weird because it was made for America, so technically the Japanese was the dub. So that
Andreas brings up SD Gundam Force Blu-ray is still in 480p. Yeah, there's no way to remaster it because it was a CG show in the early 2000s. You can't really remaster it because there's no film to work off of, and it was digital, and everything was outputted in 480p. So I would imagine we'd get it still on Blu-ray because that's how we got the original versions of Seed and Destiny. Were just SD Blu-rays. So I think that'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, Smith the Crow, I don't think we'll ever get the Doozy Bots pilot on there. It is amazing that even exists online.
Hey, he's one of the few of those American pilots that was found first.
It was found a long time ago too. Yeah, it was weird how that one got out.
Have you guys seen the Saint Seiya American pilot that was found?
Yes, I saw it on Twitter. I didn't even know that existed.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy. So yeah, I mean, do you guys have any other thoughts on these 3 Gundam Blu-rays before we talk about another Blu-ray?
Who will finish first, Gundam or Ultraman? Releasing everything on Blu-ray.
Gundam. Because Gundam is way closer to finishing than Ultraman is because it had a lead time, even though the releases are slower. Ultraman's hit a wall where we're not seeing anything new at the moment. But then Gundam hit a wall. We hadn't had anything released since Build Divers Re-Rise last August, so. We've been in a bit of a lull, but it's picking back up.
I still need to get those build series sets. I had the original Build Fighters on DVD, so I need to get those sets.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much covers the Gundam stuff. So let's talk about Ultraman, as we were just mentioning Ultraman. Jambalaya 23 DM'd me this on Twitter. At least I believe it was Jambalaya. This listing popped up on Amazon for a Mill Creek Entertainment August 15, 2023 release of Ultra 7 55th Anniversary Anthology. The only details we got is that it's a runtime of 27 hours and 32 minutes. The original Ultra 7 Blu-ray set was 20 hours and 9 minutes. So that extra 7.5-ish hours could be possibly Heisei Ultra 7. I doubt this is the 4K remaster that's coming out in Japan because A, it's too close. B, Mill Creek doesn't do 4Ks except in certain things. Jambalaya brings a good point. Don't expect the release date to stick. None of the Mill Creek release dates have sticked. How many times have they delayed the Ultraman versus Red King set?
Or then Max got delayed.
Max got delayed, but they've delayed the Ultraman versus Red King set like 5 times at this point. So I definitely am not sure exactly what this will be, but I have it on my wish list. I'll keep tracking it, and we'll follow up on it later. This is just kind of a, hey, this might be existing and might give us something new, which would be cool, because I would love to see Heisei Ultra 7. I don't mind having to buy Ultra 7 again if we need to, because the prices are good. It would be nice, though, Heisei Ultra 7 could get its own release. And Muteki T, we won't ever see the banned episode from 0079 as long as Tomino lives. Which may be forever.
You know.
He's an immortal man.
Like, I mean, how old is that man?
He's like 79.
I gotta say he's 80s.
Let's see. Yoshiyuki Tomino. It's always funny when I start typing Yoshiyuki Tomino and I just get pictures of green dinosaurs. He is 81.
80, yeah.
Golly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the movie...
The
Doan's...
man.
Yeah. The Doan's Island movie is honestly our replacement for that episode. Which would be
you just
fun.
you just had to imagine a 70s anime filter over it.
Yeah.
There you go. Pretty authentic experience.
Jambalaya, yeah, for the banned episode Ultra 7, I don't ever see us getting that, because I don't believe the 4K set has it either.
That's the one with the kaiju that looks like a burn victim, right?
Yes, that one. There was an episode of Ultra 7 with a kaiju that looks like a atomic burn victim. And
yeah, and they're not really.
It was banned. It was not banned for an international thing. It was banned in Japan. I think the only video source we have of it out there was when it aired on TBS in the 90s.
I think it's one of those. I think they don't want that available anymore. So
yeah, I don't believe it's on the 4K set in Japan. Let me check.
It might be just like they don't want to have something that bad under their brand anymore.
It was a massive controversy back then. Let me see. I'm trying to check on if that is on there. I'm pretty sure it's not. Andreas brings up a good point. Yeah, when you switch things to 4K, boy, does it certainly show all the flaws of the production. I don't mind the Blu-rays, honestly.
Pull the string! Pull the string!
Yeah, you will see all the strings. Yeah, somebody recently did a fan remaster of that banned episode, so it's still out there. The Mill Creek Blu-ray does not have the banned episode, but it doesn't pretend it's not there. Like with the Gundam Blu-rays, it just renumbers the episodes to skip over Doan's Island. The actual Ultra 7 Blu-ray
goes some missing.
It goes 13-15 or 12-13 or 12-14. It skips over 13.
That's interesting. This discussion in the future. Worse, like 4K 4K upscale.
Mm-hmm. So I definitely checked it. It's not on the 4K, but it'd be that. Yeah, it'd be cool if this new set had the dub. I don't know what the status is on that. Because I know with Ultraman, the reason why that dub wasn't included was because they didn't have all of it. They only had part of it, which is why we got those 2 compilations.
Will we ever get the Tika dub?
Psycho's telling me there's 2 banned episodes. What's the other banned episode?
We shall see.
Super Weapon R Run. Wait, why was episode 28 banned? Or 26 banned? Oh, that was banned due to the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. But it's still available online. It's just banned from TV airing. So it's still that one's still on the Blu-ray. LPH asked, do we have all the banned episodes of Pokemon? I don't think so. I don't think Porygon's ever been
that's true. No. Yeah.
Was the beach episode like that was dub, so that might be available sometimes, but we're never gonna let your Porygon ever.
Yeah, and we're not getting that episode that's never produced that the script recently came out for.
Yeah, for the Team Rocket versus Team Plasma. Yeah, that we just got the script because that there's no. It just only have the script for that. I don't think that was ever in production.
Let's see. Does that Jinx episode? Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Beauty and the Beach. Don't ask me how I know only the banned episodes of Pokemon. I just. It's the only thing about that anime that retains in my brain is like, why was this banned?
The one where James has a fake,
Yep.
Because that was dubbed, so that could be in some sets.
Yeah, that was dubbed. Let's see. Dubbed even with the deleted scene.
'Cause I don't think because Electric Power Guy will never be available. And I don't think the Safari episodes have never been available officially.
Yeah, let's see.
Even though
yeah, no, because they never dubbed those.
Mhm.
Indigo League DVD. I'm just curious if the actual sets have. All right, well, here's the Indigo League Season 1 complete set of 78 episodes. Okay, so yeah, the DVD set was missing Beauty and the Beach, Legend of Dratini, Cyber Soldier Porygon, and Holiday Hijinks. So
Hijink that was banned because that the whole Jinx controversy.
yeah,
And they didn't.
And then the other two were banned because of violence and seizures.
Which is weird because I thought they did. I know some episodes they did when Jinx appeared, they re-edited to have the purple. No, I think that was Japan only. Where Holiday Hijinks they re-edited Japan to have the purple Jinx instead of the black Jinx, but I don't think they ever did that for the dub.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, SJHU Jason brings up the Space Ghost Coast to Coast episode that had Ultra 7 footage. I don't know if that was on the original DVDs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was. I think that was on. Was that on HBO Max? Dang it! I canceled my HBO Max, so I can't check.
I could check. I could check.
Ultra 7. Do we know what episode that was?
Yeah, I could check right now. If
I'm on the Space Ghost wiki. It has a page on Ultra 7. Muteki T, the violence was guns. There was guns in the Dratini episode. Lots of guns pointed at friends. Jambalaya says the episodes with Ultra 7 footage were on HBO Max. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought they were.
What season were they?
Let's see. The episode Chips, which was season 1, episode 4. And I think because it falls under parody, it's still allowed. And then season 3, episode 1, Explode also had it. Yeah, no, they're in there. I think they'd still get released even with a new DVD.
Chips. I'm looking through the footage right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in here.
Okay, yeah. So I'd say if it was on HBO Max, it can be on DVD. It's just getting Warner Brothers to release anything anymore.
Because it comes under parody. Because it's not like
it's like MST3K being able to release stuff. You know, like they can release their episodes.
Did they release their Godzilla one? I forget.
They released their Godzilla and their Gamera. So
I know they got in trouble for one of those originally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spin Dash brings a good point. Ridiculous they banned Safari Zone, Legend of Tatini for guns when Squirrel's debut episode also had guns, including pointed at Ash. I mean, censorship is anything if inconsistent. Jambalaya says we need Warner to release Ultraman USA from Hanna-Barbera. Yeah, honestly, Mill Creek should just like Mill Creek Subaraya should just give him a call, be like, how much you want for Ultraman USA, and just sign a check. Like, it would be great. They
go, wait, we have that?
Yeah, because I think as far as I know, because Ashi Productions, did they get absorbed into somebody else or is it another studio?
Sashi? No, they're still around.
Yeah, so Ashi's still around. It was an Ashi and Hanna-Barbera produced by Subaraya. So I would say if it follows what I know from what I've heard from Discotek and stuff, you'd have to have Subaraya talk to Ashi and Hanna-Barbera to be able to release it. Which is totally doable since all those companies still exist in some way. Warner Brothers probably doesn't even know they have any legal rights over it, but they'll gladly take money at this point. They're broke. They're so broke. They will take money. Smith the Crow brings up like the Exodus movie for Thundercats, the Thundercats Ho movie cut. Those they don't even acknowledge them existing.
The movie cut?
Yeah, the movie cuts of Thundercats multi-parters.
But did they ever release the movie cut by itself, or
nope.
It was?
They never released it on DVD. It's only on VHS. LPH, once more, Hanna-Barbera shows on Max. If I had any confidence in Max, I would say, yeah, let's do it. But I don't have any. I canceled HBO Max. I was like, I don't really want to get Max. Max.
I tried. Was Transformers, was Mortal Meets I ever released as in there a movie cut?
I don't think. I think Rhino did. Rhino did a movie cut.
Because I know, like, for example, like, just for example, like, say we want to talk about movie cuts, like, Justice League Starcross specifically. Like, I know
Yeah.
people usually prefer to watch the movie coverage of that episode, which is why people still keep that old DVD around.
Yep. And Psycho-O's, to answer your question, $237.90 US. Oh, does anyone want to know what Psycho-O's question is if they're not looking at the chat?
How much will I had to super chat for you to watch Thundercats? To watch and review Thundercats Roar. Okay, how much will you watch Thundercats Roar plus that Teen Titans Go episode?
I already watched the Teen Titans Go episode. I've already lived through that. That's fine. I've watched 365 episodes of Teen Titans Go. That show can't affect me anymore. But yeah, no. The answer is the price of these two Figuarts we're about to talk about, plus the YouTube fee.
I like you say Figuarts, and that's something actually like meaningful and expensive.
No, I currently don't know how. I'm currently going on a trip, so I don't want to spend the money on these two Figuarts yet. But yeah, yeah. HBO Max was always like losing out in the TV department, but man, the quality that they streamed movies at was great. And then that's going away with Max because they're like, you want 4K, you have to pay extra for it.
$20, please, something like that.
And I'm like, no, you took off anything I care about, anyways. I'll sub to Max when the rest of Doom Patrol airs because for some reason that still hasn't happened. So, hey, let's talk about those Figuarts. SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Glare, the next Geats writer. So, I really like this design. Smith the Crow, I'm just going to answer this because it is related. Yeah, Netflix having their 4K tier doesn't bug me because they never had it included with the subscription as far as I know. HBO Max had it included at the $15.99 a month, and then when they switch from HBO Max to Max, they take that away and ask you to pay more.
Funny, some reason out of nowhere, they just have Justice League and Justice League Unlimited on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know why. I actually know why. They're trying to make money, so they're selling the shows around. So, like, shows are showing up on Netflix. Like, I can watch Scooby-Doo and Mystery Incorporated there, which was on my list to watch. And then there's, like, some DC shows are there. Some are going to Prime Video. I think a couple are on Hulu. Like, a lot of Cartoon Network shows are on Hulu. The Showa Godzilla movies are on Tubi, so you don't even need Max.
I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed that HBO Max remove all the Ben 10 sequels.
Yeah.
Like, thanks!
But they're probably going to show up on Netflix, since the first one is. Psycho said I never spoke about 02. Yeah, I forgot about it, just like Bandai forgot to put it up on P Bandai US. So I don't know what's going on with that, but here's Glare. I don't know why I want a dude that showed up in 2 episodes, but he's going to get repainted twice. Maybe get a remold for a 3rd one.
And they're all going to be P Bandai, right?
All going to be P Bandai. He looks great. That's the thing is, like, I want to get Glare, but I'm also like, should I wait for Glare 2? Should I wait for Gazer? Should I wait for Robo Glare?
Which color scheme and design do you like the most out of this suit? Is the ultimate question.
I think I like Glare 1 the most. Gazer has the most significance. And then at that point, I might as well just get Glare 2. You know what I mean? Like it. I really like the colors here.
I think for me, if I gotta pick one, because I don't. If I was if I were collecting Figuarts, I had to get one. I think I'll pick Glare 1 because I just like that color scheme the most.
Yeah. Smith the Crow, is Kamen Rider 02, the Aruto version. They announced him like a week or so ago, and he's on the website. It says he's supposed to have a US release, but it hasn't popped up on P Bandai US. Yeah, See, the thing is, I'm like, I should, just get Gazer because he's like more important. But I do really like the way he looks, and his little like orb things pop off, and they come with alternate heads, so you can attach them to other figures.
Mind control.
Yeah, he can do the mind control thing. So yeah, yeah. Spin Dash brings a good point. Shin Zero took almost a month to show up on P Bandai US. Yeah, and the Ultimate D arc took until the Japanese orders were closed to show up. Punk Jack, though, I'm gonna be getting Punk Jack first because this is like a yes, give me Punk Jack. Love this dude. Punk Jack's like probably my favorite Geats writer, like no joke. I love his design. I love the whole like Halloween theme he's got going on. I love the monster buckle. His whole vibe is just awesome. He just looks great.
What
And this
makes him
turned
98
out good.
bucks?
What was that?
What makes him $98? He's
What
more
makes him
expensive.
$98 is a good point because he does come with Monster, but he also comes with the Beat armor. So he actually has 2 different torsos and the Beat axe plus extra face and mouth plate pieces. So that's why he's 98 because he comes with a whole second armor. Old Bandai would have just done Punk Jack Monster and Punk Jack Beat as separate figures. But now we've got one figure, both forms, which is both forms he uses. And then also you can swap the Beat and the Monster to Geats. And it comes with the head parts to swap those two also over to Geats. So that'll be crazy.
Just Geats specifically, right?
Just Geats specifically, because you don't get the eyepieces for Buffa or Tycoon. But you can, do Monster Boost with the Geats stuff. So you got some more options going around. The other thing is the eyepieces on Geats are kind of small, right? With Punk Jack, that head has to split open so you can swap out the eyes, which means that's going to be a huge, huge piece to swap with.
Because that's the problem with the gimmick figure is the revolve change figures. You put the Punk Jack helmet on any of the bodies, you can barely see the eyes because his head is so huge.
Mm-hmm. And then adding to that, the shot of him fighting Glare is kind of why I want Glare. I definitely want Punk Jack. I think giving him Beat was a great idea for his upcoming special because it just fits his whole vibe. And I love the interchangeability. Because I have, I didn't buy entry form because I didn't feel like I wanted entry form. But I got Magnum Boost, and I love how easy it is to just pop them apart at the waist and swap the pieces over, because that means I can have more display options without having to buy a ton of figures. I like not having a different figure for every form, but just here's my one Geats, here's my Punk Jack, one for each, and then I can swap them around. And you can also cheat it, if you're not worried about the eye and mouth plate thing, you could cheat the other armors onto the other figures. I think you can do Magnum for Buffa just by accident because they happen to share an eye color. But yeah, he's the most expensive because Buffa was 80, Tycoon was 80, Naga was 75, Boost Magnum was 85, Glare is 85, and then Punk Jack is 98. So he is more expensive because of that. And then yes, you will double up Beat because Nago has Beat, but she doesn't have the form swapping gimmick. So I should show these on screen while I'm talking about them. But yeah, so I mean, at this point, we've gotten to 12 P Bandai Kamen Rider Figuarts on P Bandai US, and that means we're moving up in the world. Finally feels like we're getting somewhere. We're still not getting everything, but we're getting somewhere. Yeah. You guys got any thoughts on Glare and Punk Jack?
Well, my problem with Glare is he's not glossy enough to give me a Glare.
Good point.
I'm just happy that we're getting consistent writers again. It's like it's like Ben's like, hey, Geats is doing well. Let's actually make toys of it.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's good to see them, and I just wish they hadn't gone up for order at the same time, because now I'm like, oh, do I Glare? Do I Punk Jack? I'm probably gonna Punk Jack. Do I also Glare?
They haven't announced one for that one suit I really like from Geats, the one that has the rainbow sword or whatever.
Oh, Command. Yeah, they haven't done that yet, but I imagine they'll do that because all they need to do is include 2 different heads to be.
That one's my favorite one.
Yeah, they could do a head swap thing, and then it could just include the heads for Geats, Tycoon, and Buffa.
Which makes more sense for them to have swaps and more parts in one thing, other than what they're doing with Gohan.
Yeah, where you have to buy all the.
That's stupid.
You mean build the Gohan? You mean the build a Gohan figure art? I like to call it.
The Spin Dash mentions Powered Builder. They'll probably do Powered Builder with Seeker because there's rumors Seeker's coming back to the show anyways. So, Yeah, I could see, Command could just include the head parts, and then you just get all the, because it is a double buckle system, so you just need to have the heads and then you can use the heads with the entry forms. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, one figure for Command, just to do all three of them. So, let's see. There's no updates on the CSM5 stuff from what I know. Yeah, we'll see about Commodore 02. But I think that's about it for the Rider Figuarts. Oh yeah, that's right. There is two different forms for Command. Yeah, Jet and then Cannon. Oh yeah, so they would probably have to do Geats with Jet and then Tycoon with Cannon. Because of the flip thing. Yeah.
I'll probably get the Jet.
If they're smart, it was like make a bunch of shit ton of swappable parts.
I mean, if they could swap part and make it work, that'd be great. But if they had to do two figures, the Revolve-On gimmick's cool, but it's also a curse on Figuarts.
Yeah, specifically the Revolve-On is specifically made for the gimmick line.
Yeah,
which was just too bad. It's a pre-Bandai line now.
Right. Psycho brings a good point. I ejected from 01 at Figuarts to get Geats Figuarts because Geats are giving me new characters, not multiple forms of the same people.
I think you figure characters constantly.
Yeah, because like the 01 Figuarts I'm missing are like Direwolf, Serval Tiger, Hell Rising Hopper, and 02 because I haven't ordered him yet. Am I missing anybody else? The bike. I'm not missing any characters from 01. I think I'm also I'm like I want all the forms, but also at the same time a little burned on the forms. And the Geats ones are more fun because you can swap them around.
The Geats, that's what I think why the Geats figure is coming out more sooner, because you're technically not, because every figure is technically a new form because the whole modular gimmick.
I'm gonna go pull up Spin Dash's list right now and figure out which ones I'm missing. Yeah, I think the modular gimmick is making it a lot of fun, for a lot of reasons. I know I bookmarked. Yeah, there it is. I bookmarked it. I knew where this was. All right, let's see. Common Jojo has a question for you, Ryan.
Ryan, how much do you charge for commission? RB $20. No wait, yeah, $20 per pick.
Okay, so there's the Geats page. Okay, well, I need to get to the page for 01. I don't know how to use Google Docs. Ineffective. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Yeah, I found it. I'm not totally incompetent. Nobody say anything on that. Yeah, I just noticed the tabs on the bottom after I looked at the tabs on the top. Okay. Let's see. So I have Rising Hopper 001, Shining Hopper, Shining Assault Hopper, Metal Cluster Hopper. I've got, and I don't have Hell Rising Hopper. No, I have 02. I got Izu and Izu 02. I got Shooting Wolf, Assault Wolf, Ulthur's Vulcan, but I don't have Lone Wolf. I got Rushing Cheetah, but I don't have Justice Serval. I got Flying Falcon, Burning Falcon, Hirobi Sting Scorpion, Ikazuchi, Naki, Thouser, Arc Zero, Ichigata, Metsubo Jinrai, Eden, and I don't have the bike. So I am only missing 4, and they're all forms. I do want to get those other 4 forms. It's just money. That's the thing. Hellfire brings a good point. Do you think P Bando will do a giant set for the remaining heads? I could see them doing like Nago's Tycoon's sister. Tycoon's sister could come with like an armor, like a female armor version. Yeah,
I mean, that's what they did with the Revolve Chain series. It's called the May accessory pack with all the extra helmets. With all the other riders.
Like I don't see a reason to make Notch Sparrow at this point. Just make a Notch Sparrow head and put it on the Punk Jack body. Like if it just comes with ID core belts and heads is all we really need. I think that would work. And then also, and then doing like the female riders each with an armor. Like God, Lapo had one of them. Like Lapo used zombie.
Zombie, Boost, and Monster were our main ones. I
Yeah,
think.
so we need those. And Ninja. I think the female Ninja popped up somewhere. So,
Geats, like
box
that's
of parts would be great.
That's the unfortunate thing with Geats. Geats is so customizable, but that's like a nightmare for like
Yeah.
Figuarts where they're so expensive.
It is. Because like buying a bunch of entry forms is tricky when they're. If entry form was priced like Magnum Boost was, it would have been a lot easier.
It really should have been because
it should have been the opposite. I would have rather had entry form be 5,500 yen and then entry form be 2,900 yen and then the Magnum Boost be 5,400. They should have done it that way. Speaking of Tamashii, for those following the Ultraman anime, we're finally getting Ace, which I thought we should have gotten a long time ago.
We're back in season 1.
Yeah, so we finally got Ace. He's a brand new mold, so unlike Ultraman and 7, which were remolded off of the Ultra Axe, these are new, which is great. And he comes with like his guillotine slash effect thing, and he looks awesome.
They probably made Ace a lot more skinnier compared to skinnier because he is a much thinner build.
Yeah,
in the anime,
he definitely matches the anime. He is P Bandai in Japan, but much like Jack and Taro, he's probably retail here. I don't think he's up on Big Bad Toy Store. Let's find out right now. Because I'm waiting for him to hit Big Bad, so I don't have to pay for him for like 6 months. I don't see anything. Let's see. Ultraman, the animation. Because they're all... Yeah, see? Jack's... I don't think we talked about Jack. Jack got announced, I think, a couple weeks ago.
Good old Hulkbuster Jack.
Hulkbuster Jack. He's huge. He's expensive. But he's pretty good. Yeah, I think Marie and Sophie are the only 2 left. So
technically there's one more, but that's spoilers for the final episode.
Yeah, so I think I think that's about it though. I do let's see, I've been collecting them. I got Jack on order, and I'll get Sophie when that pops up.
How much they made the Figuarts standards? Because I have Taro, and I know they made 7 and Shinjiro.
I don't think they made Jack yet. They haven't made Jack yet. I haven't watched season 3 because I've been working on videos.
Have they made Ace and Figuarts standard?
I don't know. I don't follow the Figuarts standards enough.
I need to check those out.
Go research. Let's talk about Beast Wars reaction figures. Here's a random thing. I don't usually follow reaction that closely, but oh my god, why do the Beast Wars ones look really damn good?
I think because they're very show accurate.
They're so show accurate. Look at them.
They're using super polygon, or like the show models.
Yeah, like I really like them. Mutagi T says yes, there is an Ace Figuarts. The Megatron's like big and bulky, and the Black Arachnia's got her legs all popped up, and
the accurate color, the brown.
I know, I like these. I don't know why I like these so much. Mutagi T says Mutagi T says there's no Jack, but everybody else is
okay.
made. So, anyways, this leads into our new segment called let's talk about those Transformers that leaked, but now they're official. So
every Transformers thing we talk about.
Yeah, exactly. We sometimes talk about Transformers leaks because I haven't had Hasbro coming after me for them. Because I'd imagine they'd go after the leakers first. But first things first.
They joke. Well, at least the designers joke about the leaks. So like, if they
I think they're cool with them. Like, if I want to talk about a leak, I will. I don't have any like problem with that. I just don't usually want to because the pictures usually suck.
You don't like potato cams?
I don't like potato cams. SSJ4 Jason reminded me of the Beast Wars Premium Finish line. I kind of want them because they look so pretty.
Because they're like show accurate cars.
They're like, let's repaint the Kingdom figures to be show accurate. And I'm like, look good, but money. I'm trying to tighten my budget because there's just too much stuff coming out lately. Like for example, I'm not buying this Bumblebee, even though I never was. We got the Laserbeak repaint of this from Dark of the Moon, so
the Laserbeak mold.
And I did, Mutagi T mentioned.
No duh.
Yeah, this was kind of a no duh. Mutagi T mentioned that Big Bad Toy Store got Armada Prime early. Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store got them, but nobody else did, and they just filled orders. So I don't think it actually came in stock though. Like you can't order it right now. But they got like an early batch. It happens.
I was gonna like, whoop. Okay.
Yep. I got mine at Pulse, so I'll probably get it last, which is fine. Studio Series Brawl. Not Brawl, Brawn.
Say.
names.
I'm definitely getting him. I'm definitely getting him.
Yep.
Just to complete my mini
Did I
box.
miss the pre-orders on this, or did the pre-orders not happen?
Not yet. Really enough, I think the only ones that were pre-order were the Amazon stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so anyways, Braun looks great. I definitely want him.
Love you can recreate your G1 stilt mode.
Yes. Let's see at the pictures here. Yeah, you can come on, where is it at? Yeah, you can create his like original G1 look. Look at him. He's beautiful. I loved how you guys notice how like perfectly sized the images are to my window frame. It's like we're watching it live, except it's stills. War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper. What a shock.
Yep.
I don't have any thoughts. Moving on. War for Cybertron Megatron had leaked already, but here's a better shot.
He looks great. I love he comes with his mace.
Yeah.
This,
I like these.
Classic old
What's the size of those?
Cliff Jumper Deluxe Megatron Voyager.
Yep. So Megatron is, I wouldn't say gigantic, but he's
probably
sized.
he's the same. He's gonna be the same size as the War for Cybertron Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Which
I
is
see
good.
from them holding it. All right.
Studio Series Rhinox, who had leaked, I think, like 2 or 3 days prior to this.
We saw him in the box, but I don't think we ever saw him outside the box. That's
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting because apparently they said the colors changed because they said like last minute studio decision they decided to change his colors because it's just because in some of the trailers we've seen him be the more brown color. Like I'm trying to think of the recent.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is up with the random silver, but then then we see him here. He's all silver. Like you see the picture, the promo picture, right? And he's like part brown, part silver, and then you see him in the actual in hand, and he's all silver. So
it's something that's going. It's going. There's must be some like weird disconnect from the studio to the designers in terms of what his color is going to be. I wonder if the studio gets like some. Like I imagine this is why the figure's like delayed. So much
definitely. Sith the Crow asked if his Gatling gun comes out of his butt. No, but there is a smaller Rhinox that turns into a Gatling gun to his butt.
I like the robot mode. I like the kind of like weirdly like I'm not sure you call it like nightly like hood he has, but I like it. The Rhino mode kind of looks bad too. His back, like the front looks nice, but the back end like wolf.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be like my 30 Rhinox where I leave him in Rhino mode sometimes. I definitely think I've decided I'm just gonna go all Studio Series for Rise of the Beasts, but they may evaporate before I have money for them, so we'll see how that goes.
The main line, I recently bought the 3-pack with Pablo, Cheetor, and Nightbird. They're really nice like figures. They're like the same quality as the Cyberverse Earth Spark Deluxes, but like because
I don't like those that much. So,
well, in terms of like they have like the modern. I think they feel better than those, but they have like I mean more is like they're a little more cheaper than like Series and Warfare and Generations, but they have like the same articulation as like the main line, like the ankle pivots and waist. So there's a very decent. I think at my first Hasbro QC issue, my Pablo is missing a wheel in his van mode.
God, a whole wheel's missing.
Yep. So so he just has 3 wheels.
Lightning Collection vibes. There's a new, and it actually is new, Rise of the Beast Optimus, who is a Target exclusive. He'll probably be the first Rise of the Beast thing I buy at this
Apparently,
point.
what they say, his windshield and smokestacks is new. I think that's it.
But Target exclusive. Huh?
Meanwhile, Wheels is screaming the distance.
Yeah, because he got the Bumblebee one like just before this thing leaked, I think. There is definitely some remolding going on. I definitely want this one.
It's definitely the same skeleton at the very most.
But I don't have the Bumblebee one. I'd rather get this one anyways. This is the I think didn't we talk about Senator Ratback last week?
Yes,
right?
last week.
Okay, so for some reason Amazon screwed up the pre-order prices when these first went up, and this pack went up for $54.99 instead of $70, which it actually is. So I actually
they swapped the prices because it was the other 2-pack that's half that price, and that was right. So I think they actually screwed up the prices.
They accidentally swapped the prices, and I took advantage of it and ordered it at the lower price. So now I'm like, I wanted my Senator Ratbat, but I wasn't going to spend $70. But then when I saw it for $55, I was like, well, I mean, it's the first thing I cut if the budget gets tight in August, but I'm gonna go for it if I can, because I do want that Senator Rat-Bat. I might be selling off Minor Megatron though, so keep an eye out. So, if you guys suddenly see a tweet going selling Minor Megatron, you know why? It's because he didn't impress me. But I really did want that Rat-Bat.
I do like the Minor Megatron figure. It does look really nice, honestly.
Yep. He looks good.
I think it's the paint job, especially.
Mm-hmm. And there they put him next to the Siege one. Is that the Siege?
Say again?
Is that the Siege one they're comparing him to?
Yes, that's the Siege one.
I have the Siege one. I should know. I don't. I'm not that smart. Then they showed the opposite pack to that, which was Senator Shockwave and Data Clerk Orion Pax. I don't have any interest in this.
Buff Data Clerk Orion Pax.
Yeah, no, he's a Data Clerk that also goes to the gym. From the vehicle modes, you can see that this is the Tetrajet.
So Tetrajet and Siege Hound mold.
Yeah. And so this is like
the remote.
The companion 2-pack. Yeah, jacked out Orion Pax is fun. That's neat. I don't need this.
Also, there's a Nova Prime hidden in the background.
There's a Nova Prime hidden in the background, and it's probably going to use that Galaxy Optimus mold. And then we get the pipeline reveals, where they're like, hey, Core Class Snarl. Yeah, no shit. It's not like you're making a Dinobot combiner.
You mean Dino King combiner?
I mean, yeah, whatever. But like the point is, Core Class Snarl is not a surprise at this point. And this is like weird with the pipelines, is they won't just show you the toy when it's something we've already seen. You know? Bombshell, I get not showing him, save his reveal for later, but we kind of knew he was coming, but that's good.
I assume they can find the shrapnel.
R.I.D. Strong Arm.
Yes, this made me happy.
I was just talking about her recently, somewhere.
The best part of R.I.D. 2015.
I don't remember where I was talking about her recently, but I love her, and I'm so happy.
She is the best part of R.I.D. 2015, so I'm glad she survived.
And then this is the weirdest announcement of all, Deuterius. Deuterius is the E-Hobby repaint of Hound. Presumably, this will be a repaint of the Earth Mode Hound that was supposed to be at Target that we saw a render of like 6 months ago, and we've never seen it again. And then, as presumably, because all the pipeline reveals have been mainline, why is Deuterius mainline and Hound Target?
And unlike the Hot Rod where the Monster Hot Rod where we did get updated what happened to the figure, we still don't know what happened to the Hound.
Yeah, I presume it just got held off because they wanted to focus on the movie stuff at Target. But like, it's weird. And then and we're getting the repaint at retail. Why you like this?
Something screwed up. I'm not sure which side screwed up, but something screwed up.
Yep. Miyagi T reminded me, yes, we did talk about Strong Arm on Fighter Kaus's stream on Tuesday. We're getting Shadow Striker from Cyberverse.
I'm so happy we're getting Cyberverse stuff.
I hope she actually is the Frankenstein monstrosity she should be, and not like.
I hope she's like a Junkion, like secretly like a Junkion, like a Evo Fusion thing, so you can actually do her swap gimmicks.
That'd be cool.
I was happy we're getting Cyberverse stuff soon after the show is over. I thought we wouldn't get Cyberverse stuff because the show just ended only a few
it's pretty recently finished, so it's nice to see. And then we're getting Bludgeon off of the Tarn mold, which I think we knew about from another leak.
Yeah, that got leaked.
Yeah, that's cool. And then we're getting Trash Master.
Okay, so this one with Trash, I'm really hoping he's secretly an animated Wreck-Gar figure because it's Trash Master. Wreck-Gar is anime is a trash compactor.
And then we got, of course, the thing I called a while back that we're getting Dreadwing out of Skyquake.
I think everyone just.
And that was a given. Now, where's my G1 colored Skyquake and my King Atlas and my Machine War Starscream? Because we're 2 down, 3 to go. I still haven't gotten Skyquake. I might buy him this week though, legit. I'm I need to get Skyquake before he's gone. But I'm now I'm seeing Dreadwing here. I'm I need to get my Skyquake now.
I think I'll pick up Dreadwing because Skyquake. I think I just heard Dreadwing's colors a bit more to Skyquake. Plus, Skyquake only appeared in one episode.
I'm just in love with the mold. I'm in love with that mold. I don't even have it in hand yet.
I was hoping to see Strong Arm and Shadow Striker be announced yet because I I think because I thought we all assumed they were gonna be the next year's.
Yeah, Bombshell's
Well,
next year's as well, according to the listings. So
I guess they're having Evolution be 4 waves of 3. I guess is
yeah,
the.
or we're getting something else, and they just don't want to tell us it's something else.
Hmm.
We'll see. But that's the Transformers news, and that's our news for the day. So
I hope they.
we can chat amongst ourselves now, chat. Feel free to
Alright.
bring up anything. We actually got through the news topics before the end of the stream, so
If you have any AMA section, away.
I'm gonna go look for news right now and see if anything popped up while we were streaming.
Besides the Saint Seiya Blu-ray.
I did find the Saint Seiya Blu-ray. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So I linked it. I was like, yo.
I don't know if I have any deep thoughts about it, but we can. Tell
No,
you.
it's not that. It's not that deep for that. It's just like, hey, this thing's already out, even though the movie's not even.
Hey,
old.
Saint Seiya bombed at the box office so hard you can already order the Blu-ray. It's actually starting to
wonder
become a thing,
why.
though, that you can order the Blu-rays as soon as they're out in theaters, because I just ordered Fast X's Steelbook this morning. And I just saw it yesterday, so... I don't know. But yeah, it's... yeah, Knights of the Zodiac. It's only getting a Blu-ray, not a 4K. That's fine. But yeah, this is it's up for pre-order. No release date yet, but I imagine it's going to be pretty soon.
Honestly, it's one of those things where, funny enough, like was a direct-to-video film. It does kind of feel like a direct-to-DVD film a little bit.
Yeah, and
I have
also
a
because they
feeling
just didn't
it's gonna do
market it
better.
well.
Through home media, anyways.
I think so, because a lot of people's screenings got canceled too. So it's definitely one of those things.
It feels like it's gonna be a cult, movie. Like,
Yeah. Okay, different people sent me the same thing. Oh, Geiselk did a new edit. That's what it was. Okay.
See, Super Jack would ask, any thoughts on the Marvel Legends Ant-Man? I'm assuming the new classic one.
The classic one or the movie ones? Oops.
Well,
I switched
which
this
one?
to Hero Club Weekly for a second. My bad.
He said Target exclusive, so that was
the
the
classic one. Yeah, it looks good. I have it on order. Hopefully I'll be able to get it.
Oh yeah, the Omega Ranger prototype pop up.
Oh
on
yeah,
eBay.
let me pull that up real quick. Because like I said, I don't care about covering Hasbro leaks, because,
Is it possible for Vegeta Toys to make King of Fire toys? It all depends if SNK gives them the license. Because
Yep.
they have the Capcom license right now, but it all depends.
I would love Darkstalkers, though, as is mentioned. Box Office Mojo says Knights of the Zodiac made $550,000 in the U.S. That is so insanely low. It didn't even... In the first week it was open, it didn't even crack the top 10. Dungeons & Dragons made more money than it that weekend.
doesn't help, like you said, that they were canceling
Screenings, yeah.
It's like they wanted it to fail to just put it on home video already. It's like they were trying to make an excuse almost.
Right? Boom. There's the Omega Red Ranger prototype that popped up on eBay. It looks good. I'm going to buy that 4-pack day one, unless the price is stupid. So, which it probably won't be. But
Do you got coverage? Who's gonna be the 4th figure? Yeah.
Josh was saying it's the initial lineup, so it'll be Jason, Trini, Zach, and Kia.
No cat.
No cat. Yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves is like a great movie, and you should all go watch it if you have Paramount Plus.
It's on. It's on. Yeah.
Yep. Also, if you've never seen Game Night, it was done by the same people, and that is also a great movie. So, that's me recommending movies today. Star Trek movies. Yeah, I want all the Star Trek movies to get back on Paramount Plus, but they keep having these old contracts popping up. So, it's kind of a headache. I see Josh did a little painting scheme. Got an idea of what...
A Digibash?
He did a Digibash with the prototype, so you get an idea of what it'll look like. Geez, Shin Godzilla made more money off of its limited screening than Knights of the Zodiac did in a wide. Oof.
I mean, Dragon Ball superhero.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, I think this is great. If we were gonna do a second, you could do a second 4-pack of Omega Rangers: Cat, Death Ranger, male yellow, female red. So there's an easy. They can do a second 4-pack of Omegas specifically, and you'd have them all. Because I don't think there was a female black on the original Omega Ranger team. It's been a minute since I read the comic, so wow.
Like there was a original. Oh, man, it's one of these.
The Death Ranger comes from a team of Omega Rangers that existed in the past.
Wait, so it's just the 1960 Rangers again?
Kind of like that idea, but yeah, like the Death Ranger was the Gold Omega Ranger originally, and then it can include 2 helmets, so we can have Gold Omega, and then also Death Ranger.
I really need to like really give the comics another first shot because it keeps doing stuff that like I think is cool, but also things that annoy me.
Yeah, you guys got to kind of roll with the punches because
I think it's one of these where I think for me is I think like what's keep bugging me about the comic is it's I feel like it should be a family comic, but I understand why it's not. But it's like it really kind of
because the thing is that you can't do a family comic on a franchise that families don't care about or kids don't care about.
That's I think it's an eternal.
I understand where Ryan's coming.
Oh yeah,
from.
I totally get where you're coming from. It's just we're stuck in a bad spot with the franchise.
That's the sad thing.
I had the same thought.
Yeah.
It's that like it's the whole personal. Oh, let's turn kid thing into edgy thing to make things sell because
guys, we're never gonna get the original Black Omega Ranger, but oh my god, this design. This is like the coolest thing.
It looks like an elite from Halo.
I know. It's awesome. I love it.
But yeah, it was one of the things where it's like I think one of the things where I think the comics especially under Melissa's Ford stuff is I think funny scene is really good.
Melissa's nailed the tone again. It's fun while also doing darker things.
Yeah, it's so weird because I think Ryan was so perfect with Go-Go. Go-Go is still one of my favorite comics of all time, but yet his run's my least favorite of the main book.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Necessary Evil either.
It's one of these where I go like, what happened?
The split era had a lot of cool stuff going on. But
I think it's one of these where I feel like the problem I have with his era was it got super melodramatic, like teen drama, like oh my god, get back to the superheroing or go back to the slice of life stuff already. I think that's my problem is I think the reason why I think I love Go-Go so much is those slice of life like nice moments where even if it was stuff that are more like drama, like teen drama, like it still felt like natural. Where my biggest problem with his era of the book, it felt so. It feels like some characters got hit with the melodramatic idiot stick, where we must have drama for drama's sakes. I always dislike. Run
real quick.
It looks like
we need the Dimension X Rangers because they can.
I want those.
There's 6 of them,
bad.
so now we can just do 2 packs of just the team.
I want those. I love.
Ignore Tall Woman here because she's like breaking my frame, but yeah, no, there's 6 of them, so let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Do you want them to have the civilian head since they have actual civilian?
Yes.
Looks.
For these, yes. That would be great. But I also want the Mighty Morphin Mutant Rangers, but I'm not getting those.
I want those so badly, but here's the thing. I want those so bad done by a different company, not Hasbro.
Yeah, I want
I want like Super 7 or like the 4 Horsemen to do the Mighty Mutant Rangers.
Yeah, I can't find a picture on Ranger Wiki. Yeah, no, somebody should do those. Like even Playmates would be better at it than Hasbro. Super 7 could do it. Oh, that'd be great. Jambalaya, according to Josh, the Lightning Collection expert at this point, he said they're not having civilian heads. So I believe him.
Surprise, because just the only reason why Draken got one because they had that live action short.
Yeah, I think the only comic heads we've gotten was the Power Swap 2-pack and the Turtles.
And those are weird because like I think because the thing is I think the problem is with the reason why we don't get much comic heads because those characters are based off live action, like the show. You know, it's a comic based on a live action show, but you have that whole like, do you want to base them off the actors? So it kind of gives this kind of uncanny look of it's Stewie Trang and also St. John, but with these comic designs, so it kind of looks weird. It's the same reason why I imagine why they don't want to do Ranger Slayer Kim because. It's like, how do you do that? Do you take like modern day? Because really, like Ranger Slayer Kim should be like the age of current Amy Jo Johnson, right? So, do you want to take like Amy Jo Johnson's current look right now and give it the Ranger Slayer Kim? I think that's why it's not like Star Wars where we can just give an animated character a live action, like filter over them. I mean, this is why I kind of wish they just do the McFarlane round, just fully just go on, just make heads based off the comic artists stuff.
Speaking of Star Wars, here's new Star Wars Lego mechs. These look fine.
Oh yeah, these are weird.
Why are they $20?
Like that, you gotta love that Disney upcharge.
The Star Wars fee, because the Marvel ones are like 10, I thought, or 15 maybe. But like
15.
Why are these $20?
Yeah, Jim,
going back to my Spawn comparison from earlier.
Jim mentions the turtle heads.
They're actually 16. 16 still too much
16.
for those.
Jim, I mentioned in the chat of how the turtle. I wasn't a big fan of the turtle heads in the original Lightning 2-packs because they were not based IDW heads or like weird evergreen heads. And I think for me, the eyes kind of ruined them.
Nah, 16 is still too much for these things.
I think I'd rather have those turtle heads be peopleless, personally, for those ones.
Yeah. I think I've famously made it said, if you get rid of all the civilian heads and all the effect parts, I will feel nothing, and I will just trade them out for weapons, because I don't really care about either. The Marvel mechs are 15 now, too? Jeez.
Yep.
Good God, Lego. Good God, Disney. I don't know which side of that is to blame, but both you suck, because that is horrible pricing. Those are supposed to be fun and easy for kids to get. $15 is pushing it.
It is.
Stupid economy.
I remember going to Walgreens back in the day and seeing that too.
Yeah.
Even back then, like I'd see like a basic pro wrestling figure. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I want to buy that real quick for my friend. Oh wait, why is this basic figure like $15?
Did I spend 15 on my Wolverine mech, or was he still 10?
Like 10 or 8.
Yeah. I think when it came out was 10. When it came out,
basic figures, not a.
Yeah.
I
definitely spent 10 on mine.
I mean, I'm so impressed that Bandai America releasing their Ultra Legends Dragon Ball Evolved figures being superposable for only $10.
Yes, the Dragon Ball. Those are great.
I have the Naruto from
like
that similar line.
Oh man,
and that's great.
Those are $10 about. They have like Figuarts level articulation.
They do.
I say this as someone that respects Lego collectors, but if anyone buys this, they're insane. There's a Lego Pac-Man arcade cabinet thing for $270.
Yes, like even with the piece count.
I get it from the piece count. I don't get why you open up the back and put a little person inside.
It's just fun.
The ghost thing is cute, but legitimately, what does the crank thing do?
It moves the thing inside the arcade cabinet where it has the Pac-Man chase the ghost or something like that. From look up.
Okay, things turn. You push lights up.
Your reaction to you said Lego collector. That's me with anybody who buys so much statues of anime statues. Like how do you afford half of these? They're all like
God, yes,
they're all $300.
Yep, at least.
There's certain I love a lot of these certain characters.
For $270, you can get a little tiny fake Pac-Man. You can get for $500 the deluxe arcade cabinet. How expensive is the stand-up one? Like the little
the one of arcade?
That's the projector. Yeah, I'm trying to find out specifically at the tabletop Pac-Man one. Let's see. Tabletop. Here you go. $90. And you get a little Pac-Man. It functions, right? It's tiny. It's about the size of that Lego one. It's on sale for $90, and it's a functional Pac-Man machine.
Yeah.
And then what else we got? Can I just search on this website?
Jubal makes a good point. As far as Bandai America hasn't as far as I know done anything with Ultraman in Bandai America's case.
I think the current theory is that Subaraya is trying to get a better deal with Bandai so they don't lose so much money to them overseas. And that's why we're not getting the P Bandai Figuarts and why Bandai America's not doing anything with Ultraman. This is here it is. The counter cabinet for $150. So like, with shipping, probably just over half the price of that Lego, and it's a sit down. You sit this on your table and you play Pac-Man. This is literally this. This is this, but like actual playable Pac-Man, not just look, you can crank it and you can move the thing around. Like, I get the parts count, but this just seems so redundant when this exists. And it has 2 games in it. What else does it come with? Is it just Pac-Man?
There's a minifig. There's a little minifig.
No. I was talking about the one up.
Arcade.
It says 2 games in one.
Is it Galaga? Like, no, the kid team is Pac-Man.
Okay, Pac Dog Smack. It doesn't mention what the other game is. Does anyone know what it is?
I'm not sure. So
my point is that yeah, I see the appeal of this design, but that price is just a lot for when you compare to like the actual functional version over here is like more expensive, like less expensive by like a lot. It's not like they're close. It's like it's significantly different. And this is the thing is like Lego's nuts. I don't know.
Terms of back to Marvel talk, I recently finally watched Wakanda Forever and Ant-Man Quantumania.
A good movie and an movie.
Yeah, because so to give my quick thoughts, Wakanda Forever is a fantastic movie. It really did not feel like a normal Marvel movie because it really did feel like that they have a goal of paying respect to Chadwick Boseman.
Much really like James Gunn, it's much like Guardians is the James Gunn show. Black Panther is the Ryan Coogler show.
I think for me, especially, I respect him making Namor the main antagonist. I always keep thinking that he's got that Atuma, because it's just comic knowledge. I keep thinking that Atuma was going to be the secret villain that like
I called that from day one, but that wasn't the case.
Yes, I really respect it, and I think it was a beautifully shot film. Also, though, my biggest complaint with both Wakanda and Ant-Man. What's up with the aspect ratio constantly changing with no smooth transition?
Oh, that's because you watch the IMAX versions.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, if you're on Disney Plus and you're watching Marvel movies, you have 2 options. And it's been controversial, but essentially, when they shoot a movie nowadays, if the movie's not entirely done on IMAX cameras, some larger scale set pieces will be, so that way when you're seeing it in an IMAX theater, the frame opens up and you get a bigger action sequence. And then on Disney Plus, but not on the Blu-rays, because of course not, you have the option of having the IMAX shots in there. So the aspect ratio will expand the frame a bit for your IMAX sequences. And that's like the default setting on Disney Plus, which always looks a little weird. It's not as bad as like Michael Bay in Transformers The Last Night, where the aspect ratio changes every shot. It is specifically, and we said Atuma, not Akuma. Sorry for confusion. But so, anyways, you have some of your larger action sequences that are going to be like those wider frames. I think Guardians 3 was shot entirely for IMAX, which is starting to become a new thing.
Yeah, so, there was no moment like that.
Yeah, so when you're watching them on Disney Plus, if you don't want the frame changing. Go into like it's under versions, I think, and you can like switch it to the theatrical.
For Ant-Man, I have so many mixed feelings because I liked it. I like one of the 7 people in the world that actually really likes Ant-Man 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
I like 1 and 2 a lot. Oh yeah,
3. So, like, Quantumania is just not the third movie for those. Yeah, no,
that's it's not. It's not an Ant-Man movie. He's like, my biggest complaint on Quantumania is like, oh my god, we're going to the Quantumania. It's gonna be so weird. It's just space. It's literally just.
Peyton Reed wanted to do Star Wars, so Peyton Reed did lamer Star Wars.
Yeah, because I was watching. It's just like I was thinking, it's like, why this like. Because I have so many questions about this world. It's like, why, like, how these people live in, like, I first thought, like, sorry, mini spoilers, but when Janet broke Kang's time orb, I thought, oh, that's why all these people, like, these, like, people are here, like, like Bill Murray for some reason, and all these other not humans are here because when Janet broke the time sphere, it caused these, like, mini time bubbles to open up, and that's how these people. No, they just here. No. These people just live in the quantum realm. It's like. How? What? Like for a movie called Quantumania, like we don't know about the quantum realm at all, and like I feel like the movie tried to have arcs with some characters, but
See
like
you
I
later, Common
don't.
Jojo. Yeah.
I feel like the movie was trying to have arcs for characters, but like it went nowhere. Because I think there was supposed to be an arc with Cass and Scott, but I didn't see it. And like, oh yeah, and they forgot Hope was in the movie into the very end, the final battle, where it's like Hope decided to have Scott. Oh yeah, it's called Ant-Man.
Oh,
the
by the way,
Wasp.
that ending was shot a month before the premiere. They
Yeah, I
changed
heard
the
about
ending
it.
a month before the premiere. It pissed off all the VFX people pretty bad.
Uh, and like ignoring the person aside, like because I heard like some good things about Kang in this movie, and going into it, like I didn't I didn't like
Kang and
Kang.
Loki was great. I don't know. There was nothing in
Yeah,
Kang and,
yeah,
and Quantumania.
I was yeah, because I hear people talk about how like Kang's the best part of the movie, and I watch it like really like he didn't
There,
have a
there
presence
is
at all.
the best part. Hellfire S. I left after Omega Rangers. What did I miss? I don't remember. Go check out the archive when it's done. Yeah, no. The thing is, I don't get like. I guess the thing is that everybody in the movie just kind of gives sort of half-assed performances because they shot the entire thing on blue screen, and there was no sense of what they were doing. So like Kang just stands out because he was in like more practical sets. I don't know. It's just weird.
I just didn't get a presence, especially compared to High Evolutionary and Guardians 3. I
Yeah.
just didn't get that presence, and I don't know why. I don't know what they're doing with Moda. Because look, I'm fine with them making a yellow jacket for Ant-Man 1, but he's
The
too
problem is that actor is very not funny,
well. It's
and they
weird because
kept
in the
trying to make him comedic, and it does not work.
it's so. But here's the thing. It's so. Thank you.
Somebody's mad at us, huh?
That's the Disney police. That's the Disney police.
Feige's on bike to your house.
It's so weird because I remember Dare after the first movie, he wasn't like this big jokester. He was just business evil man.
Yeah.
So it was so weird that he's like comedy man now, and like I don't get what they were trying to do with Moda. Because like
I don't think they understood what they were trying to do with anything.
that like, again, spoilers, but I think people don't care for Ant-Man 3 specifically. His depth scene. What were there? What emotion were you trying to?
I have no idea what was going on whatsoever.
Were you supposed to feel sad? Were you supposed to laugh? Were you supposed to feel disgust? I don't get it. I just that move like
yeah.
that,
I don't really understand most of what they were doing.
that
in
like
that movie.
it's one of these. It's kind of fresh because again, I really like the Ant-Man movies a lot. But like this film has none of the charm of the first two films, and like also,
and no Michael Pena.
Yeah, no, like also like especially like I think about it, where it's like, why like well Kang had the time orb. Why didn't they do a classic heist thing? Like, that's the point of the Ant-Man movies. They're heist movies. So
It's
like,
so
why
weird
didn't
because it felt like it was made by different people, but it was made by literally the same people.
like I'm not sure it was meant to. I don't want to say it's like upper man management because they want to set up.
I don't think it was. I think it was just the the lead writer on that movie. I just think is not.
I check his work. I check it. It's all like Saturday Night
Rick
Live,
and Morty,
Rick and Morty, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep, it's
like,
all comedy stuff. They've been getting a lot of comedy writers lately, and I think it's not working.
Here's the thing, I don't think a comedy writer is bad for a small scale Ant-Man movie like the first two, but
that's the other problem is they pull in the same crap that happened to Flash. They're trying to make an Ant-Man movie really important to the overall cinematic universe.
Yeah, and like and honestly, I think.
Oh, LPH, Fast X is way better than Ant-Man 3 because Ant-Man 3 doesn't know how to fit as a sequel to its previous film, whereas Fast X is absolutely a sequel to F9, just like F9 was a sequel to F8, just like the whole damn franchise has been. It all flows so consistently with that. There's no weird jumps in anything. I loved Fast X, by the way.
But yeah, but still, like, it's like when I was like after watching that episode, I had to rewatch the Kang episode from Earth's Mightiest Heroes just to get like
the Kang episode from Loki was even better than
yeah.
But here's the thing: we're not going to be having Jonathan Majors as Kang anymore. So
nope. Hey man, they really shot
yeah.
themselves in the foot by making every king Jonathan Majors.
Yep. That ending credit scene was. I watched it again recently, and I was like, "Oh, this was bad." I think Ant-Man 3, like Thor: Love and Thunder, was one where I walked out of the movie like that wasn't great, but it was okay. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, "No, that wasn't okay at all."
I think if I had to say compared to those two, I think I like Love and Thunder much more because it has gore. Gore.
Taika Waititi's a more competent filmmaker than Peyton Reed.
And also gore. The gore makes Love and Thunder for me because Christian Bale did so well in that role.
I really want to talk about Fast X now, but
but that's super spoilers.
Guys, I gotta tell you, I'm here. You know what? I'm just gonna.
You need to do a tier list. One day you just need to do a tier list of all the Fast and Furious movies.
I'll do it on a stream because if I do it as a video, it'll just kill my analytics. So here's I'm gonna do, you know how people do those Twitter posts of like, oh, this without this without context, right? I'm gonna do one of those right now. I'm gonna do 4 images.
Of like no out of context spoilers for Fast X.
I'm gonna give you out of context spoilers for Fast X right now. Let's see, I'll do that. Let's do a comparison here. I'm pulling up out. You guys can talk. I don't want to just sit here silently while I'm pulling up my out of context spoilers.
Well, for questions for the chat. What what 4 characters will you combine to a mecha? Does it have to be consistent? There's maybe 4 random characters and try and make and that'll be your mecha toy that Bandai will make.
You said 4, huh?
There's a 4 or 5 they made. No, it's 4. Yeah, what 4 characters will you make a mecha out of? Does it have to be consistent? It could be any random 4 characters. And
all right, I'm gonna pull up.
I'm gonna do the lesser known shows with one non-Tomino show in there.
And yet, also you need to specifically say which limb they are.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So
I'd have mobile armor. Is it mobile armor or?
Jubila, Scavenger, Wyndham King, Ultra. No, that makes sense, sort of. That makes sense compared to the Anno.
Thinking of Dragonar as the torso and head, Elgime as the legs, Ideon as the arms, and Gunbuster as whatever. I don't know.
All Brain Max combiner. Oh god, all Brain Max combiner. God, imagine them cluster F.
SSJ4 Jason said Ultra 7, Leo, and 2 Jeeps.
2 Jeeps specifically.
I love that.
Just 2 Jeeps.
Okay, all right. I got my out of context spoilers for Fast X. if anyone's seen it in the chat, please tell me how close I am on this. All right. First of all, first image. All right. Here's the first image. Okay. This is real if you know kind of moments. Second image. All right. Third image. This one's a deep cut. This one's a deep cut, like the third one. But if you've seen it, you might know where my thought process is going. And then the last one, I'm not gonna say spoiler, but that's my out of context spoilers for Fast X. Mark Hamill is not in it. That's not what that meant. I guess the third one I can just say, it's not a spoiler. Jason Momoa plays the best Joker adaptation since Mark Hamill's Joker.
Oh, wow.
Like, legitimately, Jason Momoa in Fast X is playing a super over-the-top, flamboyant character who does not care about anything but giving suffering and complete revenge to Dominic Toretto. Like, he is as focused on Dom as, like, Joker is on Batman. There is scenes in this movie that if you told me that Jason Momoa was playing the Joker, it would totally fit. And he's also the funniest adaptation of the Joker outside of Gotham that we've had since, like, Mark Hamill. Because like ever since Heath Ledger showed up and was creepy, all the Jokers keep trying to be creepy. Like Momoa's crazy Joker character was.
What about Jeff Bennett Joker?
Jeff Bennett Joker's cool too, but I guess yeah, okay, Jeff Bennett Joker's a good example. But the point is that we haven't had a live action Joker outside of Gotham that has been funny and like is just doing things.
It's like people forget he's a clown.
Yeah, this was in a trailer, so I'll just say it. But like, there was a scene where he's got like 2 tech guys held hostage, and he's like controlling this bomb that's gonna like roll around Rome, and he's like, "Hey guys, where should we put the bomb?" "Oh, what do you mean we're gonna blow up the Vatican?" "Well, you guys are going to hell." And he pushes a button, and it's like that is the kind of like unhinged Joker stuff where it's like I am horrified by what he's doing, but he's also hilarious while doing it. So yeah, no, I mean, and also minor spoilers, he's gonna be a continuing villain for the next movie, and I'm so excited because he was so good in this.
It's so weird because
it was legitimately I think the best thing I've ever seen Jason Momoa, and I'm not even.
It's so weird
close.
because I think of characters like Chucky from the Child's Play series or Chucky series, and like that's your live action Joker right there. You could do a serial killer like character while also be jokey. It's like why can none of the modern live action Jokers do this?
Because like I hated everything that Jason Momoa's character did in the movie, but he was hilarious and fun to watch at the same time.
So you're saying he's a good villain?
He's a good villain. He was like wearing nail polish and like doing random curtsies to people, and it was like licking knives. I was like, he just got like a blank script and was just like, go nuts, have fun. Like he owned it. It was great. And yes, he was buff Muteki T. If you haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie before, it's also a good starting point, even though it's like one of the last ones. Because I think
it's a 10. Well, it's called Fat X. So is that the 10th film?
It's the 10th film, but unlike the MCU should take notes on this. Momoa's character is a character that existed in 5 that didn't exist. We never saw him. Like, he's connected to a villain from 5. So they run the whole big sequence from 5 at the beginning of X and then insert Momoa into it. And it was, like, really well done, too.
Oh, so is that, like, obvious, like, he sticks like a sword to him?
No, it wasn't obvious. They actually rolled it together pretty cleanly. And then there was a couple other times in the movie where, like, a character showed up and then, like, Dom was like, I know what you did. And then it would, like, run a little montage of what they did. And it was, like... It was kind of nice as like a reminder, but also I was like, if you hadn't seen these movies, you could be like, oh, that's why that person sucks, or that's why that person sucks. They tell you who everybody is in the dialogue, and I think that's really cool because like John Cena shows up, and they don't like give you the entire backstory from F9 for him, but they're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's Dom's brother, so it's like you don't have to like do mental gymnastics to understand the connection there. So I think it was well done from like a franchise perspective, because if you hadn't seen previous movies, they sort of try to help you catch up, which I got to give them credit for, because the MCU doesn't do that. They just pretend like you saw everything. MCU should have last on segments starring.
Yes, last time on Marvel.
It should be Luis from Ant-Man. It should have Michael Pena recapping everything everything that was important that you need to know. Let's just recap it. Yeah, see, LPH, Cena is a good guy now, because he didn't do anything horrible. He just did bad things. There's a, redemption arc. Fast and Furious is an anime.
You talking about see the character. It's John Cena's character.
I know the whole point of my joke was out of context spoilers, but Piccolo is John Cena. In this is
imagine that live action casting.
I know, but like, yeah. The thing is that, like, and here's the thing, too, Muteki T, minor spoiler for 9, you figure out that's what's going to happen by the point, you watch the movie. Because he's like, the villain of 9, but is he the villain kind of thing? They set it up. They set it up well, so. But that's all I'll say on Fast X, because I don't want to get into too many spoilers.
I think that's a good way to end the stream.
Oh, and also, it ends on a cliffhanger, which is a first, so... I give him props. Good cliffhanger. Yeah, don't blame me, blame trailers. Because trailers do tell you a lot. But yeah, no, if you haven't ever watched Fast and the Furious, it's fun to just watch them in order. but if you just jump into one of them, you can catch up kind of quick. They do a good job of reminding you of stuff. So movie recommendations: Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves on Paramount Plus. Game Night is also a great movie by the same people. That's somewhere. And yeah, watch Fast and the Furious because it's crazy fun. So plug time. Anyone got things to plug?
We have Dark Horse C43 on YouTube and Twitter. I do art commissions like the one you see on this very channel. You want any? Feel free to DM me on Twitter.
And Fighter Cows, you have a stream tomorrow.
Yeah, twitch.tv/fighterchaos, FIGHRXAOS is how you spell it. 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm streaming King of Fighters 15.
And I'll be there for that.
All the stuff that's happened.
Didn't Selena just came out for DLC, right?
Sylvie
Paula? Yeah, yes.
Yeah, Sylvie Paula. Yeah.
I have her, and she's banned in the next tournament.
Woo! That's fun.
Too new.
Oh, Psychos, you stopped at the worst movie. 4 is the worst because it doesn't have Letty in it. Anyways, no, you got to keep going. 5 is where I got sold. I know it's a lot to be like, you have to watch 4 movies to get to the good ones, but like, legitimately, 5. I love 5. So on that note, you can check out Couch's streams. Geek Fighters also streamed that PlayStation thing on Wednesday.
So what's before we end the stream? What's the schedule for this week? Soundout?
Yeah, just as a reminder, this week there will be 2 videos, Wednesday and Friday. Next week there'll be videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday because I won't be here for a live stream. This week you'll be getting. I already forgot. I forgot what videos I'm doing. Hold on.
Friday's Digimon.
Pulling them up because I've already got them uploaded. Wednesday you're getting another Blu-ray video, and then Friday will be the 51-minute coverage of the D scanner from Frontier. So
those things do a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Those D scanners have way more features in them than the D arcs did, and I covered everything. But yeah, so it's not a Blu-ray haul, but it will be a video on Blu-rays. The Blu-ray haul will come at the end of June, and then Friday D scanners, and then next week you'll get 3 videos. One of them will tie into Shin Kamen Rider, and that's all I'll say on that. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we won't see you next week, but the week after. And check out the videos and have fun. See y'all next time.